this through this season here, what was the biggest adversity you had to overcome?
Oh boy, there's been more than one, but I guess the thing that probably sticks out to me is maybe the Juan Diego game. We got down 21-6, and some of the eyes were pretty big, and we had a pretty good talk. That's what I call it. The kids may call it something different, but I just told them, I said, come on guys, I said, we can do this. And I think that was kind of a turning point. In that second half, we come out and we were a different team. And our preseason, as you know, we struggled early on with only 4 returners, but each game we got a little bit better in different areas. And by the time we started our region, we had fixed some things, or the kids had fixed some things, and we just keep getting better and better. And that's our goal today, is to try to improve from where we were last week.
Great. So on the other hand, if you had to pick a high point, and I know that's going to be as tough as an adversity probably, but what would you say has been a high point to this season so far?
I don't know that there's just one, but possibly the win over Summit Academy at home, a new opponent, and we knew that game would have a lot of bearing with the playoffs. And I would also even call Juan Diego a high, just the kids leaving there knowing that we could beat that team, knowing that we could compete. And so I think probably one of those would be a high, and I think there's others, but I think those are the two that stand out to me at this time.
Great. Finish off. We all healthy? Any injuries that's going to hinder you a little bit? Are the kids ready to go?
Well, we're missing Dallin West. Shout out to him. He suffered the injury last week with the broken ankle, and we love him and hope he's doing well, and missing him. But other than that, we got a couple of nicks and bruises, but nothing that's going to keep the kids off the field. So, you know what? All in all, we're about as good as we can be. In most years at this time, you have more injuries than usually we have at this point.
Great. No, you're ready to get ready. I appreciate you taking your time, Coach, when you're in your pregame, getting things ready to go. So I do appreciate you taking time with us, and good luck today.
You bet. Thanks, Kurt. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it back to the station for this break.
You've heard for years that Gunnison Market is your hometown grocer. Now Gunnison Market offers you a hometown pharmacist. Come experience friendly hometown service from Sean Sorensen at Gunnison Market Pharmacy. Sean grew up in Gunnison and offers competitive prices, expert advice, and convenient hours, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Explore the loyalty card benefits, which gives you a free gift card for every 10 prescriptions filled. Call 528-7555 or visit Gunnison Market Pharmacy.
And we're back once again here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10. Mike Trana, Kurt Allred, Barrett Hilton, and of course Dale with us as well from VTV. We do appreciate all our cameramen and of course radio personalities here doing the game. And Kurt, you're one of those radio personalities. Let's take a look at our keys of the game. Southern Utah News keys of the game. Of course, Southern Utah News for all types of printing services. Call 644-2900. A couple of quick keys.
Juab, coming in, like Coach Browning said, they're really inexperienced. I mean, they've got the season behind it, but come in with 4 starters. They got to keep their nerves, limit their turnovers, and then just rely on that defense. That defense is very quick, and they're going against a great offense. So, limit turnovers and rely on that defense.
All right. Well, those are our Southern Utah News keys of the game. Dixie and Dennis Bruner are the award-winning Southern Utah News are celebrating 25 years of providing news coverage for Southern Utah. Right now, it's the Azomite opening kickoff. Azomite provides improving to root systems, yields, and general plant vigor in field crops and garden vegetables. Azomite is available at your IFA stores. The Morgan Trojans will kick it off. Here they go wearing the maroon uniforms. The high end over-end kick is going to be fielded back at the 15-yard line, brought up the middle of the 20, to the 25, and to the 30-yard line, just across the 30 on the return there for the Juab Wasps. A nice return by Cade Bowering as he gets to about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Bowering's son, Cade, just a sophomore there, takes it, brings it straight up the middle. A lot of times Juab likes to fake that reverse, and see what they set up from that, but that time he just followed his blockers and put it out over the 30 to get some decent starting field position.
And that was your Azomite opening kickoff. Azomite, grow everything better. Right now the Juab Wasps will have a first down and 10. Wide receiver to the right, one on the left. East and right at quarterback under center. Alex White in the backfield. Wide receiver in motion. There's the snap handoff. Goes to Alex White. White goes to the far side looking for some room. Run cuts to the 35-yard line. Down the sideline. Has the first down as he gets out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Max Gurney was set up in the backfield. Alex came on the slot back through and got that handoff.
Well, and give, there's several people on that opening play, first down, run needs some credit. The line did a great job of getting out blocking, but give Alex White a lot of credit there as he was patient there and let his blockers get out and do their thing. A lot of times you'll see it, especially at the high school team or, younger collegiate, they don't have the patience there to let the hole develop, and Alex did a great job of following his blockers.
Nephi Federal Credit Union, first down. Nephi Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union. Easton right under center, takes the snap, hands it off to the dime back up the middle. Max Gurney, he gets to the 48-yard line, a pickup of about 3 or 4. Good push by the offensive line as they go over the right hash.
Yeah, you'll see Juab doing a little more running than traditional. They're coming up quick. They're no huddle going, but running the ball to try to establish that line.
Opening drive of the 3A state semifinal between Morgan and Juab. There's the handoff to the back to the outside, coming to the near side of the 50-yard line, cutting upfield. Flag on the play, could be a hold across the Morgan 45-yard line, and then between the numbers and the near sideline, tackled there at about the 42-yard line. But this one's coming back on a holding call on Juab at the 49 of Morgan.
Yeah, the lineman did a great job getting out there, leading that play, but just grabbed hold of a little jersey there as Tucker Memmott was trying to get around the corner, and those are tough. You're coming out, you're getting established, doing a great job there of moving the ball, and then you have that hold there that knocks you back a little bit.
Tucker Memmott with a nice carry that is negated by the hold on the Juab Wasp offensive lineman. So no score in this one. 11:21 left here in the first quarter as we look at our Intermountain Hospital scoreboard, providing quality care and advanced technology. What they do well. The Intermountain Delta and Fillmore Hospitals, healing for life. Slot right, wide receivers 2 to the left in the slot as well. And the shotgun is Easton Wright on 2nd and 15. He's going to hand it off up the middle, and the Morgan Trojans all over it at the 41-yard line is all that the running back's going to get, and that was a fine tackle on the play made by the Trojan defense. In their first for the Morgan Trojans, Brennan Sanders.
Yeah, great job there as Juab just tried to run a little trap, and Morgan just got in there and stopped it, bringing in a long third down.
Dallin Rowley also in there. There's the snap. Running into the far side is going to be Alex White. White to the 45-yard line. Spins and makes a move and gets close to the 50-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down in a punting situation as that was 3rd and long. And oh, how a penalty really kills a drive.
Yeah, they were just, like I said, they were just moving the ball right there. And, yeah, that hold brought it back and put him in a 2nd and long. Couldn't come up with it. It looked like Alex White might have somewhere to go right there, but Jaron Smith, the senior from Morgan, did a great job of coming up and making that tackle and putting Juab in 4th down.
Jake Runkle is also in there for the tackle. 4th down for the Juab Wasps, and they will back up to punt it away. For Juab, Max Gurney will be in there to punt. Waiting for the snap at his own 37-yard line. He'll boot it away, an end-over-end kick. Going back to receive and fielding it back at the 16-yard line, then going along the sideline and out of bounds is the return man on the play, and that's going to be, they're going to mark him out right about the 17-yard line on the return.
Well, a nice kick by Gurney as he did the old soccer-style kick. They're starting to do more and more, but it gave Juab the time to get down and cover that punt right there. The punt wasn't very high, but with him running before he kicked the ball, the defenders got down and kept him inside the 20-yard line.
So the Morgan Trojans, 1st down and 10. Their quarterback, of course, is Jakob Stephens, wearing number 11, has a back behind him. 2 wide receivers to each side from his own 17-yard line. 1st and 10, play action, throws it across the middle, looking for a receiver. It's going to be caught at the 40-yard line. What a catch made. A big play to the tight end as he made the grab and a 1st down. That was caught by their big player, Tucker Hurd.
Yeah, I sit there watching them making this pass in warm-up. Something they work is just throwing it over the top and doing the basket catch, and he bobbled it and then come down with a great catch by Hurd.
Or maybe Talon Polat, I wasn't sure on that. There's the handoff by the Trojans in the backfield, the Juab Wasps, and there's a great defensive play right there. A mess of Wasps in there. In there first for the Juab Wasps was Reese Darrington, the senior. 60 tackles, 5 sacks on the season.
Morgan will have a rough time running the ball against this Juab defense, as they are, they just play with such intensity, and they are very, very quick to the ball.
Loss of 1 on the play for the Morgan Trojans, second down and 11 from their 40-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Back to pass is Stephens. Fires it out to the near side. It's going to be incomplete at the 45-yard line along the near sideline. The coverage was provided by Max Gurney. That pass was intended for Jake Runkles, the 5'10", 139-pound senior, who has 188 yards rushing this year, 371 yards receiving, and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, and Morgan will like that matchup if they can get it very often. You get Runkles coming in against Gurney, who's a great player, but a linebacker. You know, they'd like to get that matchup, quite often. But it was really, really nice defense by Max Gurney right there.
Stephens in the gun for the Morgan Trojans. There's the snap. He's going to pump. He's going to fire it across the middle. It's going to be caught along the hash marks, close to the first down marker, but about 3 yards shy. So the 3rd and 11 goes to a 4th down and 2. And decision time now for the head coach of the Morgan Trojans, Covey Christiansen. But I think you punt it here in a tight ball game with a good team in the semifinals early in the game scoreless.
Yeah, that's what Juab was banking on right there. They know that Morgan can make that long strike. They almost went prevent defense. They come into a soft zone right there, kept the ball out in front of them, let them catch it in the flat, and then tackled well, which they do, to bring up 4th down.
So right now, back to punt. There's the Morgan punter, puts his boom into the ball, and it's going to be bouncing at the 10-yard line, goes inside the 5-yard line. It's going to go out of bounds at the 2-yard line, maybe 1. What a fantastic punt by the Morgan punter, and that is big number 53, and that was a fantastic punt by Dylan Petty, the 5'11 and a half, 222-pound senior.
Those right there are game changers right there. He punted from about his own 37. He pins it inside the 1-yard line. That's NFL punting right there. That was a great kick. Amazing.
You watch the Centricom Channel 10 instant replay. It went out at the half-yard line right before the goal line. So the Juab Wasps backed up all the way to their goal line. And Morgan smelling a safety here. Can the Wasps get it out of the end zone? It'll be quarterback Easton Wright under center. He's going to actually take it back into the... Well, he's going to come under center. He's got 2 backs behind him. Set to go from his own goal line. Hands it off to the back on the right side. Joey Agard's going to power his way forward. Get to the 5-yard line. Great play that time. Also in there for the tackle for the Morgan Trojans was Dallin Rowley.
Well, Juab, reuses 3 backs quite a bit. They use Alex White with the speed. They use Max Gurney with the strength. And then you got Joey Agard that has a little bit of both. So that was a place for Joey where he could... use his strength to get through it a little bit, and then use that speed to accelerate and get him a little bit of breathing room.
McCray Stevens, wide receiver to the right side for the Juab Wasps. As again, they have it at their own 5-yard line. Under center is Easton Wright, I formation behind him. There's the snap, pitches to the near side, trying to cut up field is going to be Joey Agard again. He gets across the 5 to the 9-yard line, close to a Wasp first down, about a yard shy for a 3rd and short.
This is a big 3rd down right now. If they don't get it, then they're going to be punting out of their own end zone, and just the nerves on that out of high school punter is tough.
Under center is Easton Wright. No huddle offense, I formation. There's the handoff to the tailback again. Joey Agard powers his way forward. Gets a push. He may have had enough for the first down, but that's going to be very close as the Morgan Trojan defense is in there to stuff it. In there, big number 44 and number 77. That's going to be Colton Hansen and also Jamison Burriston.
Well, they needed half a yard. They needed 18 inches to get it, and they got 18 inches, it looks like. But that was a huge first down there, like I said, to keep Juab from punting out of their own end zone.
So the Wasps now 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line on the near hash. Alex White wing back to the right side. Joey Agard is the tailback. Max Gurney the fullback. I formation for Easton Wright under center. Takes the snap on 1st and 10, pitches it out to Agard, trying to get to the corner. He's to the 15-yard line, gets to the sideline, has the first down along the sideline out of the 25-yard line as he's pushed out of bounds at the 27. Nice run by Joey Agard.
Yeah, Mike, the past years you've seen Juab do quite a bit of passing, a lot to the running backs especially and stuff. And this year I think you'll notice and you'll see right here that they do a lot more running. And they got the great runners and they got that really quick, fast, athletic line that gets out and blocks well for them. And yeah, they just like to establish the line here against Morgan, and they've done a great job.
No score, 6:40 left here in the first quarter of play. Morgan and Juab battling. Juab with a first down and 10. Pitch back to the back again to the right side. Goes upfield, gets to the 35-yard line, to the 40-yard line. Another Wasp first down, a Nephi Federal Credit Union first down. And they're attacking that left side of the Morgan defense as they're just pitching the ball to Joey Agard and Alex White, and the first down run for Alex White.
Yeah, Alex White, the senior, coming in. He's the one of the return starters from last year, and he's had 881 yards coming into today, and he just keeps on churning them out.
There's the first down snap at the 39-yard line. There's a great defensive play in the backfield. Getting tackled for a loss that time was Alex White. Fantastic defensive play by the Morgan Trojans. I didn't catch a number on that, but we'll look at our instant replay.
Yeah, Gabe Bott come in there, and it really looked good. It looked like Juab had some great blockers out there, and Agard had a place. It was actually Alex White had a place to go right there, but Bott just come out of nowhere and made a great solo tackle, to lose a couple of yards for Juab.
Bott, the 5'10 and a half, 175-pound junior, 27 tackles, 2 sacks on the season. Second down and 12 for Juab, near hash of their own 37. There's a pitch to the far side. Alex White looking for some blockers. Cuts a field, gets hit. He's tackled for a loss. Back at the 34-yard line as the Morgan defense does it again. Back-to-back tackles for a loss. In there on the tackle that time, Chase Trussell, the 6'1 and a half, 206-pound senior with 75 tackles on the year.
Yeah, they saw that a couple times with Juab's just making that pitch, and Trussell just did a great job there of slipping his tackler, throwing him off and getting into the backfield for another loss for Juab. That's bringing down about a 3rd down and 14, and
Trussell was actually the second one there. The first one there was Cass Giles, the 6', 140-pound senior. And now it's the Juab Wasps with a 3rd down and 14. Easton Wright back to pass. He's going to throw a screen pass out to the near side. It's going to be caught at the 32-yard line between the numbers of the near hash to the 40-yard line. And getting enough for about 4 yards shy of the first down is the back on the play, Alex White, to the 44. And now another punting situation for the Juab Wasps. Nice little play action there by Easton Wright.
Yeah, a great call there. The play action, then run the screen, but give Morgan a lot of credit. They knew they had 14 yards to work with, and they just did a great job of coming up and making that stop to put Juab in another punting situation.
Well, credit the big 265-pound Jamison Burriston for running him down. The big guy ran Alex White down. He kept running and then finally made the tackle. The big guy. There's the snap for the punt. Max Gurney's going to boot it away, angle it away from the return man to the right side, bounces between the hash marks. Going to take a Wasp roll inside the 15-yard line and going to be down at about the 14-yard line right there. So the Morgan Trojans will come back out. Both defenses playing well enough to force some punts, and we have no score here with 4:13 left here in the first quarter of play. Juab and Morgan battling in the semifinals, Kurt.
You're seeing some really good football right here. There's been the one penalty on Juab, but usually you get in a game like this and it's pretty sloppy at first, but they're both running good plays, playing good football. You're just seeing some really nice defense, overtaking the game so far.
So ready to go, the Morgan Trojans, 1st down and 10 as they have the ball at their own 14-yard line. Looks like they marked it at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot for the Juab Wasps there. Ready to go in the shotgun is Stephens. Stephens back to throw. Looking, he's going to fire it over the middle and leads his receiver too far between the hash marks, incomplete. As that one just falls harmlessly to the turf. That was intended for his wide receiver heading down the field. That was number 21, and that is going to be Talon Pollad.
Yeah, I think you're going to see, we're seeing what we expected right here. Morgan kind of going for the big shot right there, not quite catching it yet, and Juab turning it out on the ground, so everything we expect, early in the game here.
2nd and 10 pistol formation for the Trojans. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side from their own 13-yard line. Back to pass, throwing out. It's going to be knocked down. Oh, a flag on the play. McCray Stevens came across, had his hand on the back of the receiver, Jake Runkles. That's where the flag came in. He reached around and knocked the pass down, and that draws the flag.
It was a good call. McCray Stevens was behind the receiver a little, and he was about a half a step. It looked like to me, he beat the ball there, and real life time, it looked like a good call.
Definitely gets his hands on the back right there, and the flag flies. That's a 1st down for the Morgan Trojans on the penalty, and they get it at their own 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for Morgan on the far hash, going from left to right on your TV screen and your radio dial. We're here, of course, Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, bringing you live play-by-play coverage. Ready to go is Stevens in the gun with a back to his right. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Taking his time, looking to the sideline, has 9 on the play clock. Wasps threatening to blitz. There's the snap. They fall back. There's a handoff to the left side, and nice carry across the 30-yard line to about the 31-yard line on the carry that time by the Morgan Trojans.
Well, good job from the linebackers. You had Dalton Ulibarri staying in there, but good job as they split 3 out trying to widen out the field, but Juab stayed home with that. And, They kept him up to it. Was still a 4-yard gain, but a good play by the Juab defense. A 3-yard gain is what they give them.
2nd down and 7. In the backfield is their running back, Bridger Miller. He's behind the quarterback in the pistol formation. Stephens is going to hand it off to Miller. Comes to the near side, trying to get to the corner. He is strung out. Gets by, though, upfield to the 35-yard line and shoved out of bounds after a first down run. He gets to the 41-yard line. Boy, he didn't look like he was going to get to the corner. Finally saw some daylight, cut it upfield just before going on the tightrope down the sideline and got the first down.
Yeah, that was a great play by Miller. It looks like he was going to get run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage, and somehow he made that corner. Got past Joey Agard and then picked up the first down. Really nice run by Bridger Miller.
Joey Agard pushes him out of bounds. That's a 1st and 10 for Morgan at their own 39-yard line. 3:23 left in the first quarter. No score here in Stewart Stadium, Weber State University in Ogden, Utah, as the Juab Wasps are taking on the Morgan Trojans in a big battle here in the semifinals. The winner moves on to the state title game next week at Southern Utah University. In the gun is Stephens. The quarterback, Jakob Stephens, drops back. He's got some protection, throws out. It's going to be caught downfield between the numbers in the far hash of the 45-yard line. And powering forward is the back as he gets across the 49 for a first down. And that was Tucker Hurd.
Yeah, and Morgan's Tyson Hurd. Morgan's offensive line is doing a great job right here. So far, Juab hasn't been able to put any pressure on Jakob Stephens. He's just been able to set up in the pocket and make his passes.
And again, I'm wrong on that one again. The instant replay shows it is Talon Polad on the catch. So 4 wide receivers for the Morgan Trojans. Stephens back to throw again, fires it out. It's going to be caught again downfield to the 45-yard line. And a pickup of 6 yards in Juab territory along the far numbers. And again, moving the chains down the field, the Morgan Trojans with a pass attack.
Yeah, Morgan's pulled their passing in a little bit. They opened up going deep, and it's kind of deepened up where Juab's giving them a little bit of room off the line. Now they're pulling up short. They're coming out 3-4 yards, setting up for the pass and picking up 5 yards at a time.
Instant replay from Centricom Channel 10 shows Colin Allred made the tackle for the Juab Wasps. 2nd down and 4 to go for the Trojans. And the Juab Wasp 45-yard line on the far hash in the shotgun. Back to pass again, Stephens. The pressure breaks, and he's sacked on the play. Oh, what a fantastic play by the Juab Wasp defense. Was that Darrington coming through?
That was Talon Mangelson.
Mangelson comes through and delivers the lick, doesn't he? Wow.
Well, he come through untouched. Juab needed something. Morgan was in a pretty good little groove right there and moving the ball, and Mangelson slipped his tackler and slipped his blocker easy and come in and just drilled him.
Nice swim move as he got by his defender there and makes the sack all the way back to the Juab. Actually, it's the Morgan 48-yard line. 3rd down and 11 for the Morgan Trojans. Wide receiver Tyson Hurd to the left side, 2 wide receivers to the near side. Cleared out backfield for Stephens. Stephens back to pass again. He's going to fire it across the middle. Has a receiver caught at the 35-yard line of Juab for a first down into the 29-yard line. Another fantastic pass play from Stephens. That's why he has over 2,000 yards passing this year.
Yeah, he just got such a nice throw. The spiral's tied. It's right on the money right there. And then he has great receivers to throw it to. Juab's going to have to find a way to get pressure on him more often.
Porter Giles, the 5'11", 157-pound sophomore, made the catch. It's 1st and 10 for the Morgan Trojans. Stephens hands it off to his running back, tries to cut upfield, does to the 20-yard line, makes a move and goes inside the 19 in the red zone, and finally tackled there by the Juab defense. Fantastic run that time by Morgan as they mix it up.
Yeah, Morgan's done a great job, in their play selection. They get that pass, it gets that defense strung out a little bit, and then bring it on an inside handoff, and does a great job running and picking up another first down.
Porter Giles on the carry that time. Hurd is out to the left side with another wide receiver. Stephens is in the gun again. Jakob Stephens hands it off to the far side, trying to get to the corner and to the 15-yard line along the sideline. Morgan keeps moving in positive territory as they get to the 13-yard line.
Well, they're doing a great job of running and making the Juab tacklers miss, which don't happen a lot. But, on almost every play, it seems like they're slipping a first tackler and then picking up some great yardage after the first little bit of contact there.
Bridger Miller on the carry that time, the 5'8", 148-pound senior, 666 yards rushing this season. And he picks up more there. Right now it's going to be a 2nd down and 5 for Morgan at the Juab 14-yard line. Handoff goes up the middle again. Good blocking, good dancing by the running back. And he gets close to the 10-yard line. It looks like it's going to be a 1st and goal at the 9 if they give him the first down.
Yeah, that looked like, I was trying to see who ran that. It was number
Miller?
2, Jake, it was Rankles. Was it? Anyway, did a great job. Once again, Joey Agar looked like he might have him behind the line of scrimmage, and he broke it and picked up. It looks like about 8 yards or so. They're down to a 3rd and 1.
No score in this one. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Juab and Morgan scoreless here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom Channel 10. It's 2nd down and 3rd down and short, actually. There's the snap. Handoff into the backfield. Breaking a tackle. Getting the 1st and goal is the running back on the play as he got past the Juab defense and gets the 1st down. Again, limping back to the huddle is the running back on the play. That was number 25, Miller, again on the carry. Back-to-back carries for Miller, and he gets the 1st and goal for the Morgan Trojans.
Yeah, a lot of tackles being missed by Juab. You don't see that very often, but it's good hard running. You keep those legs turning after contact, and Morgan just gets the yards, keep them going from their effort.
And now we have a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well as it's the end of the first quarter of play. It's scoreless, but Morgan has a 1st and goal of the Juab 6 when we come back here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zion's dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zion's, rest assured you're selecting the company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
All Around Dental Care next to Mount Nebo Market in Nephi can help perfect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free preventative care for the entire family, free ortho consultations with braces as low as $98 a month, and convenient appointment times. All Around Dental Care accepts all insurances and even offers an in-house discount plan. And right now they're offering free whitening trays with every healthy smile. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in to All Around Dental Care. Everything to do with smiles. Call 623-0866.
Welcome back once again on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. The Morgan Trojans are knocking on the door of the Juab 6-yard line for a 1st down and goal. And they'll send out there the quarterback, Jakob Stephens, who's thrown very well today, thus far, this evening, rather. It's a tight formation, though, for Morgan. One back in the backfield, double wing back, double tight. Under center this time is Stephens. He's going to roll back, hand it off, and tackled in the backfield is the running back on the play. What a fantastic defensive play that time by the Juab Wasps.
Yeah, that was Zachary Canfield, the junior, come in, and he come back into the backfield and did a great job of making the tackle.
So Canfield with a great play back to the 7-yard line. And that's going to be a 2nd and goal at the 7 for the Morgan Trojans. Stephens is under center with double wing back in the backfield. In motion is Miller. He gets the handoff to the far side. He is hit. No, it's up the middle. And the Morgan Trojans are going to get inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Miller was the decoy on that one. And boy, the Juab Wasps almost fell for it there. At least I did. So great job there by the Morgan Trojans getting down to the 3-yard line for a 3rd and goal. Can the Wasps keep them out in this scoreless game? 11:06 left in the 3rd. Knocking on the door, edging nearer to the Cache Valley Bank end zone. Ready to go, double wing back, one back in the backfield. Stephens going to drop back. He's going to hand it off to Miller up the middle. Breaks free, gets to the goal line. He's down. Touchdown. They signal touchdown. The far official, Morgan, scores on a 3-yard touchdown run by Miller, and it's 6-0 Trojans.
I thought Juab had him stopped. Blake Mingleson had got him in the backfield, and Miller wasn't Mingleson, it was Gurney. It looked like he'd get him, and Miller just did a great job, slipped 3 tackles and got in for the touchdown. It looked like Juab might have actually hold him.
There's the extra point try. It's booted up, and this one is no good. What happened here? We got whistles on the play that may have stopped it, and we do have a false start on the offense. And they're going to assess that penalty to the Trojans. And I don't know if he kicked that one through or where that one went. I kind of watched the officials after that. If they miss it, that's a benefit for the offense.
Yeah, it looked like it went through. I was watching this kicker. Who is it?
82. It's Carson Flitton.
Carson Flitton, and he was booting him 40 yards plus in pregame. That was nobody on him, but he's got a really nice leg. So.
10:51 left here in the second quarter of play. 6-0. Morgan leads Juab. The extra point try now from the 15-yard line after the penalty, a 25-yard PAT. Flinton's going to approach the ball, boots it, and he kicks it high, and it's straight, and it is good. It's Morgan 7, Juab nothing, 10:51 left in the second quarter. We'll be back after this timeout.
Looking for an affordable car, truck, or SUV? The two guys at CarWise have you covered with vehicles starting as low as $4,000. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory, or come see us in person at 1220 South State Street in Salina. And don't worry if your credit's not the best, we've got you covered there too. Give us a call at 435-287-2277. Shop Wise. Shop CarWise. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory.
We're back once again here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10. A 3-yard touchdown run by Miller, the running back for the Morgan Trojans, as Bridger Miller gets in. The extra point is good by Flinton, and it's 7-0 Morgan as they really move the ball well with the pass and the run on that drive, Kurt.
Yeah, I thought they just had some beautiful play calls. They mixed it up really well to keep Juab off balance a little bit. So give some credit right there to Morgan, and Juab's got to make some defensive adjustments, to overcome that.
So ready for the kickoff. The Juab Wasps ready for the return. Here we go. Approaching the ball is Flinton. He's going to boot it away. A high end over end kick going to be fielded back at the 14-yard line. A little fake reverse. Cade Bowering will take it himself. He gets to the 30-yard line and gets hit at the 32 and tackled between the numbers and the far hash marks. And the tackle on the play made by the Morgan Trojans, I believe that was number 47. It was. Making the tackle was Derek Peterson.
That was a good tackle there. Almost looked like Bowering was going to be able to split through that tackle and pick up some more yard, but Peterson does a great job of coming in there and shutting him down again. But field position starting in the 32. Juab really needs to sustain a drive here.
Two wide receivers, make it three on the far side. And one back in the backfield for the Juab Wasps. Easton right under center. 1st and 10 from his own 31-yard line on the far hash. There's a quick screen pass to the far side. Picked off. A pick six to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Morgan Trojans. They were reading that one all the way. And they pick six the Juab Wasps there. What a big defensive play. Oh, my goodness.
It looked like number 30.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Making that
pick six.
He just read that, before the play even started off the formation, and did a great job. Made a break on the ball and put Juab in a really early hole right here.
A 27-yard interception return for a touchdown. Great job made by the Morgan Trojans, Ethan Wheeler. And they're an extra point away from a 14-0 lead. There's the kick on the way, and this one is good. Down 14-0 to the Morgan Trojans with 10:37 left in the second quarter. We'll see if the Juab Wasps can come back here early on in this game. We'll be back right after this on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Kevin Madsen with Cache Valley Bank. Is your good old truck not as good as it used to be? Do you need a more dependable set of wheels? Then cruise on over to Cache Valley Bank. We offer great rates, low fees, and quick service on our auto loans. Come and apply today in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, or Fairview. You'll be glad you did. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC.
We're back once again on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10. Mike Traina, Kurt Allred with you. Barrett Hilton doing our production here along with Dale. And right now it's a pick six for the Morgan Trojans. Interception return, 27 yards for Ethan Wheeler as they read that screen pass to the far side and came through. And they had the defensive lineman who was right there that almost knocked it down. And they had three defensive backs. One of those was Wheeler, who picked it off and ran it back for a 14-0 lead for Morgan.
Yeah, it was just an all-Morgan play right there. They knew what was coming, read it perfectly, and got a touchdown off. And now we'll see what Juab's made of.
There's the Flinton kickoff. It's going to be fielded on the near side, back of the 8-yard line by Bowering. He hands it off, coming back the other way. Alex White to the 20, 25-yard line, and then up the field to about the 29-yard line before he's pasted out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds on the play by the Morgan Trojans. Colton Hansen, the 6', 181-pound junior.
Yeah, this here, Mike's the time right now you find out, if you're a championship caliber team. It's easy to get down. It's not so easy to come back from it. So we'll see what Juab, can put together here.
So the Juab Wasps with two wide receivers to the far side, two to the near side. Easton right at quarterback with a back in the backfield. Tucker Mehmet comes in as one of the tight backs. In the backfield is Joey Agard. Wright's going to drop back, three-step drop. He's going to get sacked on the play. Waited to throw it, didn't throw it, got sacked. Fantastic sack by Chase Trussell, the 6'1.5", 206-pound senior. His 4th sack of the season.
You know, the bad thing about, that for Juab right now is they just don't seem to have the playability to make the big plays, coming off sacks and off penalties right now. So they get in a hole, and it's a little bit harder for them to come out of it.
So the Wasps now with a 2nd down and 12 as Morgan is really flexing their 3A North muscle, as they've heard all season long how the 3A South is stronger than the 3A North. There's the handoff to Tucker Memick going to the far side. He's going to cut up field, get to the 30-yard line. Not quite to the 30-yard line, which is the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 2, and that's a 3rd down and 10 for Juab.
The big thing you're not seeing for years, we're used to seeing those passes over the flats there to the running backs out of the backfield, and we're just not seeing that. That's been Juab's go-to play in the years when they're in situations like this. It'll be interesting to see if they still have that in the arsenal.
14-0, Juab trailing Morgan in this second quarter with 9:22 left. In the first half on the far hash of the 30-yard line, 3rd and 10. Easton Wright rolls to his right, looks downfield, fires downfield. Is going to be incomplete through the hands, a little high, as that pass was intended here on the near side. Intended for the Juab Wasp, Tanner Wright, but now a punting situation for Juab.
Yeah, Tanner Wright did a good job, ran a good route, got a couple yards beyond the first down marker. The ball just hung in the air too much. It was a little overthrown and too far in the air where Tanner Wright couldn't hold on to it, and it brings Juab into another punting situation.
Max Gurney back inside his 20 at the 17 to punt it away. As you look at the instant replay on that, that was a catchable ball. He should have made the catch. There's the punt away by Gurney. Going back to receive it is the return man. He's going to let it roll. It's going to be down by the Juab Wasps. And it's going to be a nice punt for Max Gurney about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Max is doing a great job. That's his 3rd punt right there. Every one he's put inside the 20, kicking off of his side of the field. So, good job on the punting by Max. They need to get a stop on Morgan and try to get some field position back.
At the 21-yard line, the Morgan Trojans with the football and a 14-0 lead over the Juab Wasps. 9:04 left here in the second quarter. Of course, Big O Tires timeout there. Top quality tires, shocks, alignments, automotive work, and a national warranty on all Big O Tires. Your Big O Tires and Nephi, the team you trust. Ready to go is Stephens in the backfield as the quarterback. He is ready to go as a back behind him. In the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to that back going to the far side. Bridger Miller cuts up field. He gets to about the 23 and then driven back by that Juab defense as they make the stop. Fantastic play there. In there first for the Juab Wasps was Blake Mangelson.
Yeah, Blake Mangelson, and then Joey Agard come in and helped him and kept it to about a 1-yard pickup there.
Agard in the front and Mangelson on the back, making that tackle as we watch our Centricom Channel 10 instant replay. On the far hash at their own 22-yard line, 2nd down and 9 for the Morgan Trojans. Leading 14-0 over Juab. A pick 6 and a 3-yard touchdown run by Bridger Miller. The scoring plays for Morgan. Back to pass in the shotgun across the middle, wide open. It's going to be caught at the 40-yard line. If he's not going to get caught, this is a touchdown to the 40, to the 30-yard line. He's going to be hauled down at the 9-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle as that pass went over the middle. No one covering Talon Pollard, and Pollard gets all the way down to the Juab 7.
Yeah, Pollard come out of the backfield. Morgan split 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right, and they had 2 cover men out on the receiver to the right. Nobody took Pollard down the middle, and what was that, about a 70-yard play, 75-yard pass completion.
Cade Bowering tracks him down. Now there's the snap, and there's a handoff up the middle. And Bridger Miller goes across the 5 down to the 3-yard line. And boy, the Wasps will be in a world of hurt here in the semifinals if they go down by 3 scores to the Morgan Trojans here in the first half.
Yeah, they're down, at 2 and goal to 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. They've got to find some way to stop them and at least hold them to a field goal.
They have not been able to stop this Morgan Trojan team. 2 wide receivers left, 1 on the right. Stephens in the pistol formation with Bridger Miller behind him. Wasps are reeling here in the early rounds. There's the play action, handoff to Miller up the middle, bowls his way in. Touchdown Morgan! Bridger Miller for the score.
Yeah, Bridger Miller did a great job. They opened up a huge hole for him, and he met a little resistance about the 1-yard line, but we just had a full head of steam and pushed 2 Juab Wasps back into the end zone.
The second 3-yard touchdown run by Bridger Miller. He bangs his way in, powers his way past the Joey Agard tackle at the goal line, and it's 20-0 Morgan over the Juab Wasps. Semifinal, a one-sided affair here. There's another whistle, and the extra point will not occur here. Another flag on the play. Is that another procedure?
Going to be offsides on Nope, it's a procedure. I didn't see it. I saw Juab move it. It is against Morgan, their kicker. That 5 yards, don't do too much to him.
No, it doesn't. So the Juab Wasps reeling here to the Morgan Trojans. Another 25-yard extra point try. There's the snap. Flitton's going to boot it away. Kicks a high end-over-end kick, and he splits. No, it's no good. To the right. So 20-0. Juab trails the Morgan Trojans. 7:28 left in the second quarter. Mike Trina, Kurt Allred here in the 2A, make it 3A state semifinal between the Morgan Trojans and the Juab Wasps from Stewart Stadium on the campus of Weber State University in Ogden, Utah, as we're under the lights here for a beautiful nighttime game. We'll send it back to the studios for this timeout. Back with more right after this.
I'm John Sorensen. I'm a general surgeon here at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. For the last 29 years, I've been involved in the U.S. Army Medical Corps and deployed 4 times in the last 15 years. When I got back, I decided I wanted to work in a smaller community and take care of patients. Nephi fits that bill very nicely. The people are wonderful. I think all of my experiences have contributed to making me a better physician. I'm interested in continuing to improve myself and my skills here in Nephi.
We're back once again on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10. Mike Trina, Kurt Allred, Barrett Hilton, as we're bringing you live action here. Special thanks to Central Valley Medical Center, Centricom High-Speed Internet, Carwise Auto Sales, Smithfield Foods, Zions Bank, as well as All Around Dental Care, National Vinyl Products, and Materion Natural Resources. Here's the kickoff by the Morgan Trojans, who lead 20-0 over the Juab Wasps here in the second quarter. Fielded at the 17-yard line, being brought back to the 30, 35 to the 40-yard line, still on his feet, and getting some pretty good field position along the near numbers. Kate Bowering gets to the 43-yard line of the Juab Wasps. So they'll have good field position, but thus far, Kurt, they have not been able to muster much offense.
No, they've been hurting themselves. They come out the first of the game and they're moving the ball and they get a holding call on a running play, knocks them out, and then they're just they're putting themselves in bad situations with some, I think some play calls, a couple different things right there, and they just need to keep that ball going forward, use those running backs, and get that ball moving forward. Quit going side to side against this Morgan defense that's stopping it.
Easton Wright in the gun, fakes the pass, throws across the middle. It's going to be caught by one of the backs on the backfield to the 50-yard line, the 45, to the 40-yard line, and down to the 37-yard line. Nice pass play. What Easton Wright did is he went to the usual play, what Morgan was looking for to the left side on that screen pass, came back, threw it to the back out of the backfield, and he gets a big gainer.
And they kept the ball going, south instead of east and west right there.
Now under center is Easton Wright with a back in the backfield. Gurney hands it off to Tucker Memick going to the far side. This one's blown dead before it starts. That'll be on the offense. 7:10 left here in the second quarter. Morgan 20, Juab nothing. How did we get here? Well, the Morgan Trojans drove the ball down the field on their opening drive, or their drive in the late first quarter, early second, and they scored with 10:51 left in the second on a 3-yard touchdown run by Bridger Miller. Then the Wasps got the ball back. They threw a screen pass on the far side on the very next play after the kickoff, and it was a pick six as it was taken into the end zone by Ethan Wheeler for the score. It was 14-0 Morgan at that point. Then the Trojans drive it down again. A big pass play gets them down to the 3, and then Bridger Miller again. A nice 3-yard touchdown run. It's 20-0. The extra point was missed. There's the handoff going up the middle as that 5-yard penalty was on the Wasps, and they get maybe 3 of that 5-yard penalty back to the 40-yard line along the near hash.
Yeah, and once again, Joab's doing a great job moving down the field, and they get a penalty to slows up the momentum a little. It don't seem like 5 yards is a lot, but when you have an offense that isn't making, plays downfield, that 5 yards magnifies in a hurry.
So a 2nd down and 12 for Juab on the near hash, going from left to right on your TV screen and your radio dial. Max Gurney is the running back. Easton Wright is under center. Pitches it back. There's a halfback pass. Goes back to the quarterback. He's going to throw one downfield. It's going to be incomplete. Tackled before the pass got there was the intended receiver, Tucker Memmott, and the flag is thrown. And, if you're Kobe Christiansen, the head coach, he says, yeah, do that because we don't want a touchdown right there.
Yeah, that was actually a good play, but that flag was late in coming. I actually threw the flag from the booth first. I didn't think it was going to get called, and then it came in. So, that might be the break that Juab needed right there, because they're desperately needing something, to go in their favor.
Well, a trick play out of the book of Mike Bowering as he put it back to the quarterback, Easton Wright. He threw it downfield, had the receiver there, but you got to admit that was pretty good coverage on that play. Morgan really didn't lose anything there as they stayed with the play as Bo Schneider gets the foul, but he was right in position there to make the tackle had the catch been made.
It was really close, too. I mean, it wasn't a way out of their pass interference. It was pretty dang close. It just a little bit ahead of the ball.
So they have the ball now at the Morgan 24-yard line for a first down and 10 for the Juab Wasps, trailing 20-0 at the 6:13 mark here in the second quarter. Juab reeling after a couple of knockout punches have been thrown by Morgan early in this game. We do appreciate you joining us here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10. We'll be looking for our Glazers Family Market Offensive Player of the Game for the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah. It's Glazers Family Market in Kanab. Right now, the Juab Wasps under center is Easton Wright. Wright's going to pitch it out to the far side. Kate Bowering with the run. Cuts upfield, makes a move, spins, gets to the 20-yard line, gets to the 19-yard line for a nice 5-yard pickup. Brings up a second down and 5.
That's really where I think Juab's tough right there. Getting that defense spread out, getting a few blockers in front of their shifty runners. They got some speed, some good runners, and that there to me is Juab utilizing their strength.
Easton Wright under center. He's going to hand it off again. Right up the middle goes the running back to the 15-yard line, short of the first down, as he got very close on the play. Alex White got the call there, and he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Third and short, Juab up to the line.
Yeah, Alex White gets in there, but a good job by one of the linemen, the center, Preston White, doing a great job of opening up a little bit of a hole for him.
Wright hands it off to White, and White's going to get the first down. It gets down to the 12-yard line for a first down and 10 for the Juab Wasps between the numbers and the far hash.
Yeah, now Juab's, starting to establish their line a little bit, doing a good job. You can see him beating Morgan off the ball finally, and getting a little bit of positive in each play.
Tackle on the play made by Brennan Sanders of the Morgan Trojans. So the Juab Wasps now with a first down and 10 at the Morgan 13-yard line, or make it 12. Easton Wright under center. Takes the snap, pitches it back to Joey Agard. Agard goes to the far side, looks to cut upfield, does to the 10-yard line. Short pickup on the play is all, and a good job by that Morgan defense again.
Yeah, but this is what Juab needs to do, and they need to start now going in the second half as they're controlling the ball. Keep their offense on with their ball control and keep that Morgan defense on the field, and that's how they can climb back into this game.
Second down and 8 for the Juab Wasps. Joey Agard in the backfield with Max Gurney in the offset eye. Easton Wright under center at the 10-yard line. There's the snap, and it's going to hand off to Max Gurney at the middle. Gurney's going to fight his way through, gets down to the 3-yard line on the play. What a powering run by Max Gurney.
Really close to a first down right there. Max might be a half a yard short. It's hard to tell from this angle, but really good. And yeah, Max just put his head down. Max is a power runner. Kept his head down, followed the blockers there, Bladen Fowkes out there, and just kept his head down, kept his feet churning, and come up about a yard short of the first down.
And a timeout by the Morgan Trojans with 4:10 left in the second quarter, 20-0. Juab trailing. We'll be back right after this on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
We're back once again on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10. The Juab Wasps threatening here, trailing 20-0. They have it at the 3-yard line for a third down and 1. Well, they're going to mark it at about the 4-yard line. Under center is Easton Wright. Joey Agard, the fullback. Alex White is the tailback. Looking over the defense is Easton Wright. Takes the snap, hands off up the middle, and touchdown, Juab. Joey Agard goes in for the score, and Juab is on the board, 20-6.
Now that was a big score there for Juab as they sustained a drive. They took it about the 40-yard line, and they played the way Juab needs to play football this year to to win a ball game, and they took control of the line of scrimmage and ended up with the touchdown finally.
So a 3-yard touchdown run by Joey Agar gets the Wasps back into this game as they trail 20-6. Extra point try right now for the Wasp kicker as they're ready to go. Cade Bowering will hold. There's the kick on the way by McCray Stephens. It is up, and it is no good as he couldn't get it over. So 20-6 our score. The Juab Wasps trail the Morgan Trojans. We'll be back right after this on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Sahara Motors, just north of Delta, makes the vehicle buying process easy and stress-free just for you. Choose from 5 new brands under one roof and let the adventure begin. That's right, Sahara Motors has new Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram all under one roof to make the process quick and easy. Oh yeah, and an entire lot full of pre-owned vehicles completes the deal. Be sure to welcome Kaylin Sperry to the sales force at Sahara Motors, just north of Delta.
National Vinyl Products of Nephi has been a part of Juab County since 2004. The management and staff take pride in supporting the students of Juab High School in the game and in the classroom. The company manufactures high-quality vinyl fencing for a host of uses around the state. If you're 18 years of age and would like to join the workforce at National Vinyl Products in Nephi, please send an email to jobs@nvpfence.com. That's jobs@nvpfence.com. The entire staff and crew at National Vinyl Products wish the Wasps the best of luck this season.
There's the kickoff fielded by Miller back at the 11-yard line. Miller's going to get smothered by the Juab kickoff team, and the first one in there to make the tackle for the Juab Wasps is Jaden Valtenson, the sophomore, as he gets in there to tackle Miller. And the Juab Wasps with a little bit of jump in their step right now as they got that touchdown from Joey Agar. They still trail by 14, Kurt, but if they're going to get some momentum, they got to start now because they have an uphill battle against a very good team.
Right, and that's two good things that happened. They sustained a drive, then Jaron Smith kicks a squibble kick right there, and Miller can't handle it, and they pin him down to the 10-yard line, 11-yard line.
So Stephens in the shotgun with Miller behind him. Bridger Miller, he's got some wide receivers out there, 3 on the near side, 1 on the far side. There's a quick pass to the near side. It's going to be caught there at the 15-yard line, to the 20-yard line, to the 25-yard line, and along the near sideline to the 30-yard line as Tyson Hurd made the catch and again got his man to miss, and he was off.
Yeah, that's been the story right now. I mean, the Morgan offense is great. They've been doing a great job. Judd's been missing tackles. Give credit to Morgan for making them, but Juab's got to figure out a way to make those tackles.
So pistol formation again, 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Make it 3 on the far side, 1 on the near side. On the near hash from their own 28, there's a pass over the middle, a deep pass, looking downfield, incomplete at the 38-yard line. Oh, they're going to throw a flag on McCray Stephens. Stephens cannot believe it. And now, is he throwing them out? No.
Yeah, he was just telling him what he was doing. McCray said he's not doing it, and the official's saying that he's kind of pushing off with his arm as he runs right there. I thought that was pretty close. Watching that play, I was kind of surprised the flag came on it because they were just kind of running step and step.
And the flag is going to be a critical flag on the Juab Wasp. Pass interference on Juab, 1st and 10 for the Morgan Trojans. That would be an instant replay we'd like to see. As he goes back to pass, he just lays it up there for his wide receiver. And, wow, that was close. I don't know if you throw that flag in that situation. Not in a state semifinal game.
On top of that, McCray Stephens did the right thing. He had his head back looking for the ball. That should not have been a penalty.
3:47 left in the second, 20-6. Morgan with a gift there. Back to pass is Stephens. Stephens going to throw a deep pass over the far side. It's going to be incomplete, and incidental contact there as the receiver goes down between the hash marks of the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Juab just got to be careful there. Morgan's trying to go over the top, and they have the ability to do it. And that was a close one right there, so that safety's got to be back there playing and making sure. And then the other thing, they've got to get some pressure on Stephens, the quarterback. He has all day to sit back up there and make that pass.
Darrington has not been able to get penetration, neither has the front 4 for the Juab Wasps. The Morgan offensive line doing a fantastic job. There's the handoff to Miller up the middle, gets a block and gets across the 45-yard line along the near hash and picks up only 2 yards. So pretty decent job by the Juab defense. Mangelson in there helping out on the tackle as the running back Miller only gets a couple.
Now, this is a big 3rd down play. You got 3rd down and 8, and if Juab can get a stop here and make him punt and give them a chance to get the ball and maybe score again this half, that'd be huge.
So the ball at the Morgan 46-yard line, 3rd down and 8 to go. Stephens in the gun. Back to pass. He's going to lay one out over the middle again, looking for a receiver. That's going to be incomplete and close to, if that was closer, a flag on a pass interference there than the last one, but they didn't throw the flag at the Juab 25-yard line, and the pass intended for Tyson Hurd.
I actually thought that could have been an offensive pass interference, as Juab had two players in a better position to receive than Morgan, and he come over the top of him.
So McCray Stephens on the defense again on that one. He looks at the official immediately, seeing if he's going to throw a flag on him because he wasn't sure. He really didn't do a lot to pass interfere. It was the offensive player trying to come back for the ball over him and through him to get the ball. Punting situation on a 4th and 8. Morgan back to punt. They kick it away. It's going to be a wobbly kick, going to be fielded back at the 18-yard line. Kate Bowering is going to go to the far side of the 25-yard line to the 30-yard line, cuts upfield, and stays in bounds to get up to the 34-yard line. So a nice return by Kate Bowering. And, of course, the Wasps definitely missing Dallin West. We want to mention him. He's been out with an injury, got hurt in the last game against Union, and, boy, the Wasps really miss him.
Yeah, it always hurts to lose somebody right there. Talking on that play there, Colin Allred come out and made a great block to pick up another 10 extra yards there for Cade Bowering. There is a flag on it. It looks like it's going to be a hold against Juab.
So the Wasps will go back on a hold there. A tough break there with 2:50 left in the second quarter. If the Wasps can somehow get a drive put together, Mike Bowering and his team, to get down to that Cache Valley Bank end zone and score before the end of the half and make this a ball game again, that's a lot better for the Wasps than going down by 2 scores after one half of play.
Yeah, plenty of time here. Almost 3 minutes. They have all their timeouts. Juab just got a sideline warning, so it seems like all the flags are going against Juab. If you go, they're probably thinking they just got to fight through it and go get a score. 3 minutes, 3 timeouts. Plenty of time.
Zion Pharmacy sponsoring our defensive player of the game since 1984. Zion Pharmacy. The Juab Wasps 1st and 10 on the far hash, going from left to right on your radio dial and your TV screen. From their own 23-yard line of 1st down and 10, the Wasps have 2 wide receivers to the near side. And we have a stoppage in play here. Not sure why. Easton Wright under center. Wing back to each side. One back in the backfield. Easton Wright takes the snap. Hands it off up the middle. And muscling for some yardage was Joey Agard. And picked up a couple yards on the play. Gets about 2, maybe 3 yards to the 26.
Yeah, just keep doing that. Control the line of scrimmage. Churn out the yards. Picked up 3.
Double slot, 1 to each side, and the Juab Wasps are not even set yet, and going across the line was one of the offensive linemen. Flag comes in, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Wasps. Ooh, tough one.
Yeah, Juab's playing some hurry up, no huddle, trying to get Morgan on their heels a little bit, and boy, a illegal procedure, a motion penalty against Juab will stop that in a hurry.
Talon Mangelson tallied with the penalty. That'll march the Wasps back 5 yards. 2nd down and 12 from their 21-yard line. Well, we appreciate our scoreboard sponsor, Intermountain Hospitals, Intermountain Delta and Fillmore Hospitals, Healing for Life. 2 wide receivers to the left side, 1 in motion. There's the pitch to that wide receiver in motion to the 20-yard line. Cuts upfield, gets tripped up. Morgan's defense has been phenomenal, coming up and making a big hit and a stop, I believe, was Jay Kerrigan.
Yeah, Jay Kerrigan, just a sophomore. He had 32 tackles coming in, did a great job of slipping in and just grabbing hold of Wright by his ankle there and, stopping him for a couple-yard gain.
So Alex White gets a couple yards back to the 25-yard line for a 3rd and long for Juab. 3rd down and 8 on the near hash of their own 25-yard line. I-backs behind Easton Wright, 2 wide receivers to the left. No one split out to the right side. Joey Agard is the fullback. Easton Wright, 3-step drop, throws it across the middle. It's going to be caught for a 1st down. Between the hash marks and the far numbers at the 35-yard line, that was a fantastic pass. McCray Stephens reels it in for the 1st down.
A really good play call. They take McCray out wide where you think he's not going to do anything. And then just a quick slant, and Easton Wright did a great job. He put that right on the money.
Hurry-up offense by the Wasps. There's a quick pass down the far sideline looking for Stephens. Caught at the 40-yard line of Morgan. Stephens on the near sideline. Another Nephi Federal Credit Union 1st down. Remember, serving local residents longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. Nephi Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union. Back-to-back passes to McCray Stephens.
And a beautiful pass by Easton Wright. Of course, his dad, Cam, works with us, so, you like to see that for Cam, but just a beautiful pass as he put it right in his arms comes on the run.
A minute 14 left in the second quarter, 20-6. Juab with a snap, back to pass is right again, turns, fires, is going to throw behind Joey Agard. The back out of the backfield, incomplete. Boy, if Joey had caught that and that pass was where it should have been, he has a lot of green real estate out in front of him.
Yeah, good things happening there. Easton Wright did such a great job of disguising that handoff, and it froze Morgan a little bit. You know, Joey was coming across a flat wide open, but Easton was just off timing a little bit and was just a little bit behind Joey Agard where he couldn't pick it up.
Two wide receivers to the far side, one on the near side for the Juab Wasp, and the shotgun is Easton Wright. Wing back to the left. It's going to be second down and 10 for the Morgan 41. Easton with time, looking, fires across the middle, throws behind another receiver, incomplete. At the 30-yard line, that was at the first down, so that's two passes. Just as we compliment Easton Wright on some good passes, he throws two passes behind his receivers and forces a big 3rd and long.
Well, he'll get it. This is Easton's first year of starting, and he does good things. And those last two plays, he just had happy feet. He was just still bouncing a little bit, not getting set when he let those things go. But they're close, and he will get it.
Cade Bowering out to the far side with Gage Tishner. Now 3 wide receivers stacked on each side. 6 wide receivers, only 3 linemen. Back to pass. There's a quick pass out to the far side. Going to be caught there. A double pass downfield. At the 20-yard line, it's caught. Going down to the 15-yard line with 56 seconds left is Gage Tishner. Oh, what a pass play called by Mike Bowering.
Mike always has something up his sleeve, and right there was the wide receiver pass. I'm trying to see. It was Cade Bowering that made that pass, and put Juab in a great position with 56 seconds left. Get a score.
20-6, they trail the Morgan Trojans right now. Easton Wright under center. Takes the snap, hands it off, coming to the near side as Alex White gives a stiff arm. He is going to make a move, get hit, and stopped by the Morgan defense for a yard loss. Fantastic play again. In there on the tackle was the sophomore, Jay Kerrigan.
Yeah, I thought it was Dallin Rowley, but you're probably, Dallin Rowley, I think, is who come up. The senior with 27 tackles and just come in out of the linebacker position and made a great play there to, lose half a yard for Juab.
45 seconds remain here in this second quarter of play. Juab down 20-6 at timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Smithfield Hog Production Division offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. The Smithfield team offers great jobs with growth potential in all phases of animal production, starting at $10 per hour or more based on experience, leadership, and education. Smithfield's benefits include medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, pension, education reimbursement, pay time off, and more. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/careers or call 435-387-6000. That's 387-6000. Smithfield. Good food responsibly.
We're back once again here from Stewart Stadium at Weber State University under the lights for the 3A state semifinal game between the Morgan Trojans and the Juab Wasps. Right now the Morgan Trojans lead 20-6 over Juab with 45 seconds left before the halftime break. Juab has it for a second down and 11 from the 16-yard line of the Morgan Trojans. We'll see if the Juab Wasps can come up with a play to score here or get into scoring range. Joey Agard is to the right of Easton Wright in the shotgun. There's the snap. And there's the play, and he's sacked on the play. He hands it off just in time, but only to the 15-yard line of the last second, and that's going to be a 1-yard gain for a 3rd down and 10. And Juab forced to burn another timeout as that play just blew up with the Morgan Trojan defense doing a great job. Cade Bowering got the quick pass, and then he was stopped on the play. Tackle made by Brennan Sanders. We'll take another timeout. Back in 30 seconds here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
You remember your family, right? Those cute little zombies that are always stuck to their screens? Well, with router limits, you can manage screen time, filter web content, and track the browsing history of all your kids. All you have to do is plug this little guy into your router. Seriously, that's it. Router limit starts with screen time. You can set a schedule for each family member, what they can do online, and when they can do it. You can filter content by category or even by specific website. Sure, you've got great kids, but sooner or later, they're going to come in contact with something that's not so great. Router Limits lets you see what they see so that you can have those important conversations before the internet has them for you. Router Limits helps my family disconnect from devices and reconnect.
Welcome back. There's the snap. Easton Wright back to pass. Rolls to his far side, looking to the end zone, throws it back against the green, has a receiver. It's going to be caught down at the 5-yard line. Touchdown, Juab! The Wasps score! Alex makes the catch, and the Wasps are back in the game with 29 seconds left before halftime.
Okay, now you tell me how Easton Wright misses those little 10-yard passes. This time he comes to the near side, goes crossways all the way to the end zone and puts it right on the money. Unbelievable pass by Easton Wright, and a great job by Alex White to get out there where he had somebody to throw to.
Boy, a Jekyll and Hyde quarterback right now as he makes a perfect pinpoint pass to Alex White. He dives to the end zone for the score. And what does Mike Bowering do here? The extra points haven't worked, so you might as well go for 2 here, down by 8. Now Joey Agard in the backfield. Under center is Easton Wright. Wright's going to take the snap, roll to his right, is in trouble, he's going to get sacked on the play, and that's going to end the threat for Juab. I still think at that point you still kick the extra point, but it's an 8-point lead now for the Morgan Trojans, 20-12. Juab within a touchdown now with 29 seconds left. That was a big play. That's exactly what the Wasps needed there, Kurt, to get back in this game, and they got it.
Well, it's huge. You know, they come back now. They scored. They stopped Morgan. They scored again. Morgan's going to have the ball, you know, when they come out in the third quarter, but Juab has the momentum right now.
The big play made by Chase Trussell. He stops that 2-point conversion trying to give the Wasps a 6-point deficit there. And now it's an 8-point deficit, 20-12. But the Juab Wasps will kick it off, and they're back into the game. Morgan took a 20-0 lead over the Juab Wasps with 2 3-yard touchdown runs by Bridger Miller and a pick 6 of 27 yards made by Ethan Wheeler. And Juab was reeling, but they've come back with 2 straight touchdowns. That one was a fantastic 15-yard touchdown pass from Easton Wright to Alex White. There's the kickoff. It's going to bounce at the 10-yard line, fielded by Bridger Miller. Bridger's going to come up to the 15 to the 20-yard line, dancing back and forth, gets hit. He breaks another tackle, still on his feet. Now he's going to get down the sideline and get out of bounds at about the 33-yard line with 18 seconds left. Boy, if he ever gets away and breaks it down the sideline, good luck catching him.
Yeah, well, the good news on that play for Juab is they burned about 20 seconds off the clock and only give up about 10 extra yards as Bridger just kept going side to side.
Well, this remains to be seen. Can the Juab Wasps turn the tide and gain the momentum back here? We'll see how this defensive series goes, as they have not been able to get any pressure on the quarterback, Stephens. So right now, back at the 31-yard line. It's a first down and 10 with 18 seconds left. Pistol formation. Now they reset with the back to the right of Stephens. Jakob Stephens back to pass. Throws a deep pass over the far side. It's going to be incomplete. Knocked down by a great defensive play by the defensive back as he was beaten but came back and made the play, and that was Alex White.
Yeah, Alex White just plays so well on both sides of the ball. You know, he's a senior leader with a lot of experience coming back. He does a great job as he stays on the receiver, and he's looking for the ball, you know, so that gives him the right to it also.
So 12 seconds left, 12.9 to be exact, 20-12, Juab trailing the Morgan Trojans. Again, they have not been able to convert extra points. Last week they made 1 out of, I think, 5 extra points against that Union team that they beat 31-0. There's the handoff to Miller in the backfield. Miller breaks another tackle. Joey Agard's going to make the tackle at about the 40-yard line, and that should be the final play of the first half as we tick down to 3-2-1, and that is it. At halftime, the Morgan Trojans lead the Juab Wasps in the state 3A semifinal 20-12. We'll send it back to the studios for a 2-minute timeout. It's time now for our Jones & DeMille Engineering halftime show. Jones & DeMille applauds the teams for their hard work, dedication, and commitment. The race for excellence has no finish line. We'll be back in 2 minutes on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
As temperatures become cooler outside, insects will be looking for someplace warmer to live, like inside your home. Spiders, ants, earwigs, and other bugs will take refuge in your kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, and even closets. To protect your home, call EcoLife for a professional pest control barrier. EcoLife applies a smell-free, safe-for-the-environment product to ensure you and your family are bug-free. All services are guaranteed. To schedule EcoLife to rid your home of bugs, call 283-6002. EcoLife is a proud supporter of Central Utah High School sports.
Morgan must have called a timeout.
Wait a minute.
I thought it was over.
Well, hold up, folks. We prematurely sent it back for the halftime because they put 2 seconds back on the clock, and Morgan has one more play. Back to pass. They roll to the near side. Stephens sacked. Oh, he gets away. He was in the grasp. He's on the run to the 50-yard line and finally taken down. And that will be the last play of the first half as he gets to the Juab 46-yard line. So put some more yards up there for the quarterback on that play. But Morgan must have called a timeout there, Cam. Or check that, Kurt. I'm used to having Cam up here, but you're replacing him for this game as you're our normal basketball color man. And Cam is watching his son nervously in the stands right now because he can't handle being up here in the booth. But they must have called a timeout there.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I actually looked down and saw 2 seconds back on the clock. And anyway, made it a little exciting as Morgan picked up a few extra yards going into the half, but inconsequential nevertheless.
All right, we'll take a break now for our halftime show, which is brought to you by Jones & DeMille Engineering. From first downs to touchdowns, the Jones & DeMille Engineering team is here to help you tackle the toughest infrastructure issues. We'll be back right after this on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
My name is Dr. Joel Holman. I'm an orthopedic surgeon here at Central Valley Medical Center, specializing in general orthopedics, which includes sports injuries, total joint replacements, shoulder, hip, and knee, and I'm the only hand surgeon from Provo to St. George. One of the things that I like is that I'm able to take care of people that I've known for most of my life in this area, which I have a fondness for. We treat all orthopedic extremity conditions here at Central Valley Medical Center. We've got a great team, clinic staff, hospital staff, operating crew, and physical therapy services.
You've heard for years that Gunnison Market is your hometown grocer. Now Gunnison Market offers you a hometown pharmacist. Come experience friendly hometown service from Sean Sorensen at Gunnison Market Pharmacy. Sean grew up in Gunnison and offers competitive prices, expert advice, and convenient hours, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Explore the loyalty card benefits, which gives you a free gift card for every 10 prescriptions filled. Call 528-7555 or visit Gunnison Market Pharmacy.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
All Around Dental Care next to Mount Nebo Market in Nephi can help perfect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free preventative care for the entire family, free ortho consultations with braces as low as $98 a month, and convenient appointment times. All Around Dental Care accepts all insurances and even offers an in-house discount plan. And right now they're offering free whitening trays with every healthy smile. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in to All Around Dental Care. Everything to do with smiles. Call 623-0866.
Welcome back to the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10. Mike Tranick, Kurt Allred with you as the Juab Wasps trail the Morgan Trojans 20-12 here at halftime. And boy, Kurt, just a great ball game here. Morgan really came out and flexed their 3A North muscles. 9-1, they went up to a 20-0 lead over Juab. And Juab had to battle back to make it a ball game again, and they're almost there. They're down by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, Juab just kind of fell apart, right there in the second quarter. Morgan come in, made that score, and then a bad pass by Juab that went for a pick six, and then Joe couldn't stop Morgan again. But man, somehow, right then we talked about now is when you see, that's what championship teams are made of. You see they're still and. Gotta give Joab a lot of credit there. They battled back and got themselves back into this ball game when they were down.
It's the Morgan Trojans 20, the Juab Wasps 12 here on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network during our Jones & DeMille Engineering halftime show. Of course, this is the 3A state semifinal, the first of two. The other one's coming up tomorrow night at 5 o'clock after the 2A semifinals back-to-back tomorrow at noon and 2:30, and then we'll have the 5 o'clock game between Summit Academy and Juan Diego. Let's go right now through our Honey's Marketplace scoring summary. Honey's Marketplace, try their top-selling Angus beef custom patties and slow-cooked smoked ribs and meats. Honey's Marketplace in Kanab. Well, the first score of the game of the Morgan Trojans, Bridger Miller, completed an 87-yard drive, a 14-play 87-yard drive with a 3-yard touchdown run. The Carson Flitton kick was good. That was a 5-minute, 22-yard drive. and 5 minute and 22 yard consuming drive. 7-0 Morgan at that point, the 109 mark of the second quarter. Then with 1:23 left in the second quarter, it was a pick six on a Juab pass. Easton Wright threw a screen pass to the far side. Ethan Wheeler picked it off, returned to 27 yards for the touchdown, and the extra point by Carson Flinton was good. 14-0 Morgan, and that was with 1:23 left in the second quarter. Then, at the 4:23 mark of the second quarter, Morgan scores again. Bridger Miller, a 3-yard touchdown run, finishing off a 4-play, 79-yard drive that took 1:36, 20-0 after the missed extra point by Carson Flinton. And it looked like it was going to be a blowout game. But then the Juab Wasps regarner their motivation. They drive the ball down 57 yards on 8 plays that took 3 minutes 13 seconds, and Joey Agard runs it in from 3 yards out. The McCrae Stevens kick was blocked. It was 20-6, but then with 11:31 left in the second quarter, the 11:31 mark of the second quarter, it was Juab's Alex White catching a 15-yard touchdown pass from Easton Wright, the quarterback, and that was a 10-play, 77-yard drive that took 2 minutes 21 seconds, and the Wasps have made it a game again, 20-12, as the 2-point pass failed as Easton Wright was sacked on the play by Trussell. So the Juab Wasps, that was your Honey's Marketplace scoring summary. Fresh, friendly, and close to home, Honey's Marketplace. Well, as we take a look at the keys of the game by Southern Utah News, what were the keys of the game, and has Juab been getting those keys of the game made here, Kurt?
Well, not really. You know, the big turnover we talked about right there was a huge key to the game, led to the pick six, and so, that they need to clean it up a little bit. Juab's really hurt themselves. I'm not taking any credit away from Morgan. They're a great team. They've busted some good tackles. They can stretch the field, but Juab's penalties knocked them out of the first drive they had going. They had some pass interferences, one legit, one not, that really helped Morgan out. So Morgan's playing the cleaner game right now. Therefore, they have the lead, but Juab's, cleaned it up here in the second quarter right there, and they do have the momentum going in.
All right, we'll do the team stats coming up next for our CC Auto Parts Pit Stop Stat Check. We'll send it back for another break here. Morgan Trojans lead the Juab Wasps 20-12. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
Looking for an affordable car, truck, or SUV? The two guys at CarWise have you covered with vehicles starting as low as $4,000. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory, or come see us in person at 1220 South State Street in Salina. And don't worry if your credit's not the best, we've got you covered there too. Give us a call at 435-287-2277. Shop Wise. Shop CarWise. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance is the type of agent that makes a difference by offering United Insurance. Based in Utah, United Underwriters Insurance understands the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. Call Security Insurance 435-623-2590.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Hi, this is Kevin Madsen with Cache Valley Bank. Is your good old truck not as good as it used to be? Do you need a more dependable set of wheels? Then cruise on over to Cache Valley Bank. We offer great rates, low fees, and quick service on our auto loans. Come and apply today in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, or Fairview. You'll be glad you did. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC.
I'm John Sorensen. I'm a general surgeon here at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. For the last 29 years, I've been involved in the U.S. Army Medical Corps and deployed 4 times in the last 15 years. When I got back, I decided I wanted to work in a smaller community and take care of patients. Nephi fits that bill very nicely. The people are wonderful. I think all of my experiences have contributed to making me a better physician. I'm interested in continuing to improve myself and my skills here in Nephi.
And welcome back here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10. Mike Traina, Kurt Allred, Barrett Hilton, and Dale with you as the broadcast here from Stewart Stadium is going in the state semifinal of Class 3A. We had 3 semifinals today. This is the third of 3. We had the 2 1A semifinals as Duchesne beat Parowan 27-14 in the first semifinal. Then the Kanab Cowboys were drilled by the Milford Tigers by a score of 38-20. In the other semifinal for 1A. And this one pits the Morgan Trojans against the Juab Wasps. Some great plays in this game. Some sacks there. There's one that you see on the instant replay by Talon Mangelson of Juab. Bridger Miller gets in for a touchdown here. As, we had play after play after play in this first half that was exciting. Another pick six here by Wheeler that you see on our instant replay by the Morgan Trojans as he rushes it in, and he was excited to pick that one off. As the Morgan Trojans really go out to a lead here, but Juab would come back in this game. Another sack there of the Juab quarterback. But let's get to the stats here from the first half, our team stats. And these are brought to you by CC Auto Parts, our pit stop stat check. A huge inventory of automotive parts, top quality automotive paint, RV and ATV parts. CC Auto Parts, your Napa Auto Parts store in Kanab. Kurt, take it away.
All right, first downs, Juab had 12, Morgan had 13. Passing yards, Juab with 120, Morgan with 163. Total offensive yards is Juab with 194 and Morgan 222. Neither team fumbled. Of course, Juab had the one interception. Kickoff returns, Juab had 86 yards in returns. They did a great job returning. Bounding did, and Morgan with 24 yards. Third down conversions, Juab 6 for 9, Morgan 4 for 6. Time of possession, Juab leads 13:38 to 10:22. Red zone chances, they both went 2 for 2, scoring once others in the red zone.
All right, those are your stats, of course, for the first half team-wise. Let's take a look at some individual stats for you as well. For the Morgan Trojans, Bridger Miller has 10 rushes for 35 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jakob Stephens, a rush for 15 yards. Porter Giles, 2 rushes for 13 yards. And then Colton Hansen has a rush for 4 yards net. Jakob Stephens in the passing department, 8 of 13 for 163 yards. His long has been 71. He's only been sacked 1 time. Talon Pallone has 4 catches for 112 yards. Porter Giles a catch for 23 yards. Tyson Hurd a catch for 17 yards. And Bronson Neuenschwander has 1 catch for 6 yards. For the Juab Wasp in the rushing department, Joey Agard 7 rushes for 31 yards and a touchdown. Alex White 8 rushes for 22 yards. Max Gurney has 6 rushes for 21 yards. And Tucker Memmott has a rush for 2 yards. Easton Wright 7 of 12 in the passing department for 94 yards and a touchdown and an interception. He's been sacked once. Cade Bowering, 1 pass for 1 reception for 26 yards. Also, Alex White, 3 catches for 43 yards and a touchdown. McCrae Stevens, 2 catches for 34 yards. Gage Tishner, a catch for 26 yards. And Joey Agard, a catch for 16 yards. Defensively, Blake Mangelson has a couple tackles in this game. Max Gurney has a tackle. Zach Canfield and Tucker Memmott with tackles as well. For the Morgan Trojans, Jamison Burriston has 6 tackles. Chase Trussell has 3 tackles and a sack. And also in the football game, we have Boy Schneider with 2 tackles and Trevor Jarrett has 2 tackles as well. And those are the stats brought to you by CC Auto Parts, your Napa Auto Parts store in Kanab. We'll take another break. It's the Morgan Trojans leading the Juab Wasps at halftime, 20-12 in this 3A semifinal. We'll be back after this.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Sahara Motors, just north of Delta, makes the vehicle buying process easy and stress-free just for you. Choose from 5 new brands under one roof and let the adventure begin. That's right, Sahara Motors has new Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram all under one roof to make the process quick and easy. Oh yeah, and an entire lot full of pre-owned vehicles completes the deal. Be sure to welcome Kaylin Sperry to the sales force at Sahara Motors, just north of Delta.
National Vinyl Products of Nephi has been a part of Juab County since 2004. The management and staff take pride in supporting the students of Juab High School in the game and in the classroom. The company manufactures high-quality vinyl fencing for a host of uses around the state. If you're 18 years of age and would like to join the workforce at National Vinyl Products in Nephi, please send an email to jobs@nvpfence.com. That's jobs@nvpfence.com. The entire staff and crew at National Vinyl Products wish the Wasps the best of luck this season.
Open enrollment is going on now for Medicare Part D plans, and to help you get the plan that best fits your life, Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore is offering free Medicare Part D plan consultations. You can review your prescription coverage options and decide if you'd like to continue with your current plan or enroll in a new one. Many people save hundreds of dollars by enrolling in a new plan during open enrollment, but it ends December 7th, so stop into Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore today. And remember, service is first at Service Drug.
Welcome back to Weber State University's Stewart Stadium here in Ogden, Utah. Mike Trina and Kurt Allred with you as the Juab Wasps trail the Morgan Trojans in the 3A state semifinal by a score of 20-12. As we take a look at the second half here, let's take a look at our keys brought to you by Garcane Energy. For over 75 years, they have provided quality electrical service to South Central Utah. Garcane Energy, quality service, local control. What are the keys of the second half? Maybe a couple for the Juab Wasps, maybe a couple for the Morgan Trojans for those watching on Centricom Channel 10 and, of course, on Local10.tv, Kurt?
I think, a big key for Morgan right now is keep going to their strength. They keep going downfield. They haven't really connected. They've connected on one, but I think that's what Morgan does. They're gonna connect. Go downfield on it. And then I think for Juab is, they need to do what they do. They need to get up, try to control that line of scrimmage. Ball control, keep their offense on the field, Morgan's defense on the field, and I think that's how Juab can win this game. So Juab with the ball control and Morgan with the big strikes.
And those are our keys to the second half, brought to you by Garcane Energy. Again, we'll have our Zion Pharmacy Defensive Player of the Game coming up, offering computerized prescription service, prompt refills, and friendly service. Zion Pharmacy in Kanab. And we'll have our Kanab Drug Sub of the Game, featuring convenient drive-through service, modern pharmacy, and soda fountain and ice cream treats. Since 1916, Kanab Drug. And, of course, we do appreciate Nephi Federal Credit Union for sponsoring our first downs and Intermountain Hospitals for the scoreboard. We haven't had a lot of touchdowns for the Juab Wasps in the Cache Valley Bank end zone, but they do have 2 to show. They're down by 8 as we start the second half, and it looks like the Morgan Trojans will receive to start this second half, and that is good in their favor. If they can put together another drive, they can take control of the game with another touchdown, Kurt.
Well, Morgan's done a good job. Juab only give up 14 points a game, as an average there, and the Morgan offense got that, in the first half. So, they need to come out, and if they can score a touchdown here, that'll be big for Morgan, get some of that momentum back.
Well, a special thanks to Jones & Newmill Engineering for sponsoring our halftime show. They, of course, are an award-winning engineering firm, Jones & Newmill Engineering. And the Juab Wasps will kick this one off to start this second half, as Juab will have the ball at the south end zone. They will be kicking off from their 40-yard line as the Morgan Trojans will be receiving here. We still have about 1:55 left before the start of the second half, but I wonder if they're just going to wipe that time off and get underway. We always worry about that in our local high school games, but usually here at the college venues, they run the time off until it's done, but it looks like they've stopped the clock here, and we're going to get started.
Yeah, they're 26. Jaron Smith getting ready to kick it off for Juab. He's done a good job. He doesn't boot them long or far. He puts those little squib kicks down the middle that Morgan's had a kind of a hard time picking them up right there and haven't been able to get a really good return off them yet.
Well, if it's one thing we've noticed over the years at Juab High School, they have not developed the kicking game at all. At Juab High School, they could use someone to take over that program and get kickers kind of trained on how to kick and how to get extra points. There's the boot down the field. It's going to be bouncing at the 21-yard line, fielded on the far side by Runkles. Runkles comes to the near side of the 25-yard line to the 30-yard line and gets to the 35-yard line, and a pretty favorable return between the numbers and the near hash marks. Finally brought down on the play here on this near side by the Juab Wasp, Talon Mangelson.
That was a great bounce and played perfectly by Runkles. As he line drive kicked it, it hit once and just a perfect bounce right into Runkle as he was running. And Runkle does a great job of getting behind his wall and getting out to the 37-yard line. So a really good field position for the Morgan Trojans.
1st and 10 Trojans. 3 wide receivers to the far side. The maroon and white Morgan Trojans. 3 wide receivers far side, 1 on the near side. In the shotgun, there's the handoff. Stephens gives it to his back. Miller to the 40-yard line, now along the near sideline to the 45 to the 50-yard line for a first down run. What a run by Bridger Miller.
Yeah, Miller very quick and shifty right there. He comes through and just finds the holes, picks up a big first down. But, that's Juab right there, respecting that passing ability of Morgan right there. They've got to go out and defend that and get that offense spread out, and a good play call by Morgan to come in and take advantage of it.
Cade Bowering and Reese Darrington on the tackle there, according to our Centricom Channel 10 instant replay. Slot left, wide receivers 2 to the right, 1 back to the right. That is Miller. As Stephens is in the shotgun, 1st and 10 at the Juab 49. Quick pass out to the near side. It's going to be caught there and quickly hit and tackled by the defensive back that time. Colin Allred is the receiver, but he picks up about 5 yards on the pass play.
Yeah, Colin did a good job right there. He stops him right on the catch. And kind of funny, you look back and you don't see a lot of defensive backs with the number 91.
Jake Runkles with the catch, the 5'10", 139-pound senior. He's caught 371 yards worth of passes and 4 touchdowns this year. Trips to the left side. Pistol formation for Stephens. Jakob Stephens is going to hand off to his back. He is hammered right up the middle. Darrington in there on the tackle.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that was a great play by Darrington. But Juab got lucky. Morgan had 3 receivers off to the right side, and Juab had 2 defensive backs. And luckily for Juab, Stephens didn't see it, or they'd have had an easy score there. Big break there for the Juab Wasps.
3rd down and 6 to go for the Morgan Trojans at the Juab 45-yard line on the near hash, going left to right on your TV screen and your radio dial. And the pistol formation is Stephens. The back Miller behind him, trips to the left, wide receiver right, back to throw, looking to the left, firing to the near side. It's going to be knocked down. A great defensive play and hit as he throws. Oh, what a play by the Juab defense there as Colin Allred gets a hand on the ball.
Yeah, Colin's having a good game right there. At the corner, we've called his name several times, and good pass there by Stephens. I didn't see who he was going out for. He was throwing for Talon Pollad, and it was a nice pass and just a better defensive play by Allred to knock it down, and did what they needed to do, come out and stop him and put him in a punting situation.
There's the 4th down and 6. There's the punt away. And it's going to be angled to the left side, and it's going to go out of bounds. That was a poor kick, as it's going to be about the 24-yard line is where Juab will take over. So not very much distance on the punt as the Juab stays away from it. Boy, but what a rush by Max Gurney. He was the one that got to the quarterback just after he threw his hit, and then the defender, Colin Allred, knocks it down on that 3rd and long play. So Juab gets the ball back with 10:02 left in the 3rd, and now's where you try to grind it out. This game's going to be won by the Juab Wasps on the trenches. Can their offensive and defensive lines take over control of this game? We're about ready to see, Kurt.
Yeah, this is just what they wanted. They come in and stopped them, and now they want to keep that Morgan defense on the field and just keep on grinding.
Easton Wright takes the snap, hands it off to Alex White, going to the far side. No, he keeps it. He's going to throw it downfield, throws it to Alex White on the far side, and he can come up with a catch between the numbers on the far sideline at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, if that throw would have been a foot higher, you could have possibly seen a touchdown there by White. It's a great play call, and White was wide open. He just couldn't get it to him.
Another pass that is short from Easton Wright in this football game, but he's had some that have been right on the money, like the pass for a touchdown to Alex White across his body, going against the grain. So a 2nd and 10 for the Juab Wasps to their own 24-yard line. Ready to go is Easton Wright. drops back to pass, throws out to the near side, caught by White. White makes a move to the 30-yard line, down to the sideline to the 35. Makes another move and gets up to the 38-yard line for another Nephi Federal Credit Union first down.
That was all Alex White right there, because they threw it out to him, on the flat there, and there was one Alex White, and there was four Morgan defenders, and Alex White just made a miss and picked up a first down all by himself.
Wow, look at the dancing on the instant replay. Finally got hit and driven back.
You don't understand how amazing a play that really was for Alex White if you're not able to watch it. We can't explain what a great play that was.
9:30 left in the third quarter, 20-12. Juab trailing Morgan on the drive of their own 38-yard line. Eastern Right hands it off up the middle, and I believe it was Gurney on the carry that time. Gurney or Joey Agard, one of the two, and he gets a couple of yards on the play. No, it is gonna be Gurney.
Yeah, and I think we're going to get a flag on. I'm afraid it's Juab. It looked like they were celebrating a little bit. It'll be interesting, but I think you're going to get an unsportsmanlike on Juab right here.
Both teams waiting to see what the call is here as we have a discussion between the officials during this Big O Tires timeout. Big O Tires, top quality tires, shocks, alignments, automotive work, and a national warranty on all Big O Tires. Your Big O Tires in Nephi, the team you trust.
You had a little extracurricular activity there between a Morgan player and a Juab player. It'll be interesting to see what they call and who they caught.
See if we can pick up the white hat here. And we can't. It's going to be a personal foul against the Morgan Trojans. And that's going to give the Juab Wasps a first down and 10. And we had a couple of penalties that gave the Morgan Trojans some big first downs. But here's one for the Juab Wasps. We watch the replay. It's going to be Max Gurney tackled there. And then it must have been after the play.
Yeah, it looked like you can't see it there. I thought a Morgan Trojan gave a Juab player a little shove. Nothing much there, but I didn't think it was enough to warrant a flag, and then I guess it was.
So first and 10, the Juab Wasp with the Morgan Trojan 43-yard line. There's a pass out. Eastern Right finds the ball to the far side, and that one is just missed by McCrae Stevens, incomplete at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good pass by Easton. He put it where it needed to be. And, it was really good defense by Morgan. It made McCrae look up and see what was happening because he knew that number 3, Coy Spence, was coming for him.
You got to hang on to those balls, though. That's McCrae's ball to catch and at least get the 5-yard pickup. And now it's going to be a second down and 10 for the Juab Wasps with 9:08 left here in the third quarter. Morgan leading Juab 20-12 here in this 3A state semifinal game from Weber State University Stewart Stadium. In between the hash marks, Easton Right with a back behind him, double wing back to pass, pumps, throws one deep down the far sideline, has a receiver caught at the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Juab Wasps. McCrae Stevens makes up for the drop pass and comes up with a touchdown.
Well, and right on the money again by Easton Right. I think Easton Right throws the harder passes better. Almost if it's routine, he kind of struggled a little bit. And if it's a hard pass, we've seen 3 of them just perfectly on the money. That is a huge play for Juab there as they were down 20-0. They had the chance with the two-point conversion to tie this ball game up.
Into the Cache Valley Bank end zone goes McCrae Stevens on the touchdown pass from Easton Right, and we're a 2-point conversion away from being tied. What will Mike Bowering do? He will go for 2, folks. We'll see what he has drawn up here. The last one just blew up in the Juab Wasp's face as the sack was made, and they didn't get the 2-point conversion. Easton Right under center, I-backs behind him. Play action, Easton Right dropping back to pass, throws to the end zone, caught! 2-point conversion is made. No, it's dropped! Oh, he couldn't come up with it. Incomplete, and Morgan maintains a 2-point lead, 20-18. That was right there. I thought it was going to be caught.
It was just an amazing hit by Morgan. They just lowered the boom on Right, and he dropped the ball. And nothing else you can say, but what a hit by the Morgan Trojans. I'm trying to see a number to give credit for who made that hit, because it was big. I'm kind of surprised they didn't flag the Morgan player after, because he was taunting Alex Right while he was on the ground.
So White had the catch, but then he got hit and drilled by the Morgan defensive back. The ball popped out, And instead of tied at 20, it's 2018. Morgan with the lead over Juab. And again, we go back to the kicking game of the Juab Wasps. The reason you're trailing right here is you have the inability to put the ball through the uprights on a simple extra point try, and Juab just does not have the kicking game to do that, and that right now is the reason why they're trailing the Morgan Trojans in this semifinal game.
Yeah, we've seen it for years. I can't understand how Juab doesn't get a game going. They have such a fine program that they can never get a kicking game developed, but it's just been an Achilles heel. It's lost them some football games before. It'll be interesting to see if it does it on this one.
So the Juab Wasps trail 20-18. They'll kick off from their own 40-yard line. Thanks for joining us here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10. Intermountain Hospital scoreboard, 20-18. Morgan leads. Here's the kickoff by the Wasps, an end-over-end kick. Going to bounce to the 20-yard line. Going to be fielded on the far side at the 15. Being brought up the field by Runkles. Runkles gets hit at the 25 and tackled there. So Morgan will come out on offense. We'll see if the Wasps can again play defense to get the ball back as they trail by 2.
Yeah, Jaron Smith, the kicker, actually come up and made that tackle, so he got the kick and got down and tackled him within about 15 yards of where he picked the ball up.
Well, you know, normally you'd want a kicker to be able to kick it into the end zone or at least out of the 5, but with the way that Morgan can put together reverses, trick plays, I think I favor this style of kicking for Mike Bowering more than the other, as they're able to manage it at least and make a tackle at the 25, maybe even 30-yard line. You give them a few more yards, but at least you're able to control the play. Now, 2 wide receivers to the left side. Wide receiver to the right in the pistol formation is Stephens. Back to pass on first down. He is hit. He is sacked on the play by the Juab defense as they penetrate. Mangelson in for the sack.
Yeah, Mangelson, just a sophomore, is having a great game. We've called his name a few times, and they're finally starting to get some pressure. They're starting to figure this out and get some pressure on Stephens right there. Because the first half there was no pressure on him. That line from Morgan just controlled it and protected him beautifully.
Talon Mangelson had back-to-back sacks last week. Gets a sack here. Brings up a 2nd down and 15 for the Morgan Trojans. To the right of Stephens, the quarterback, is Miller. There's the quick shovel pass forward to Miller. He is met. He is tackled. Darrington in there for a big play. Or check that. Is that Darrington? I thought it was. Darrington makes the hit. Right there as the pitch is made. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, late flag, and I don't know what that was. I was kind of watching to see if Stephens got up. He took a really big hit after he made that shovel pass, so I was following that. Don't know what the flag was.
Well, could it be an illegal man downfield on the shovel pass, or was it a late hit on Juab? Personal foul, face mask on the Juab Wasps. Ouch.
Yeah, that's a killer. After that sack and pinning them back, and then have that happen, and that hurts.
I wonder where the face mask is. It has to be a lineman that hit the face mask of an offensive lineman. I'm not sure. The flag is downfield, and the helmet is off of one of the Morgan Trojans, but that's a first down, and there's one of those penalties you're going to go back to saying, hey, we had this drive stopped. It's rejuvenated for Morgan.
Yeah, that's a big one.
2 wide receivers. Cass Giles comes to the near side with Jake Runkles and another wide receiver in the shotgun from the 36-yard line. Quick pass out to the near side. It's going to be caught. A lot of real estate to the 40-yard line, to the 45, and finally tackled there along the near sideline is the receiver on the play, Cass Giles.
Yeah, good job there. Just come out and made a wide receiver screen there, and good blocking by Morgan there to pick up a first down.
McCray Stephens makes the tackle. That's another first down play for the Morgan Trojans at the 46-yard line on a drive that should have been stopped. It continues now. Morgan with new life. 3 wide receivers to the far side. 7:54 left in the third. 20-18. Morgan leads Juab in the state semifinal. There's a handoff up the middle. Juab has it snuffed out and makes the stop. Another great defensive play by the Juab defense right up the middle.
Blake Mangelson again. Coming in off his defensive end position and stopping Morgan for about a 1-yard gain. It's not those little plays that get him. It's the big play ability of Morgan there that hurts Juab. That and the penalty, of course.
Between the hash marks of their own 47-yard line, Morgan 2nd and 9, trips to the far side. In the shotgun again is Stephens. Stephens pump fakes. He's in trouble. He's going to get sacked again by the Juab defense. He is smothered back at the 40-yard line. They'll give him forward progress, I think, to the 43. But what a great defensive play by by the Juab defense. Joey Agard's in there, Mangelson's in there, and of course Max Gurney.
Ulibarri, we haven't called his name much. Yeah, he didn't bite on that pump fake. He did a little pump fake, didn't go with it, and Ulibarri come in and lowered the boom. And Ulibarri's kind of the nasty one. Juab's so nice. Coach Bowering preaches niceness, and Ulibarri's a kid that has that little bit of nastiness that he wants to go out and hit somebody, and right there he did it.
Ulibarri held him up, and then Reese Darrington comes in and finishes him off on the sack. 3rd and 13 Trojans. Stevens throwing deep, one-on-one coverage. McCree Stevens is there, and incomplete. And the Juab 35-yard line between the numbers on the far sideline, and now another punting situation for the Morgan Trojans. Boy, give credit to Mike Bowering and his defensive presence here in the second half. He has changed the tide of this game. Morgan scores 20 points straight to take a 20-0 lead. Juab scores 18 straight and now trails by 2, and now they're getting the ball back.
Yeah, and just to keep these kids believing when they were getting it handed to them, and just a great coaching there.
There's the snap. There's the punt away, almost blocked by the Juab Wasps. And now telling everyone to get away is Cade Bowering. That's going to take a Morgan bounce and then a Juab bounce at the 12-yard line. And down there by the Morgan Trojans. But Juab will get the ball back after the punt that time by the by the Morgan punter. I believe, was that 51 that booted that away, or was that 61? I can't tell, but nonetheless, it's going to be a Juab football.
Then another great punt there by Morgan. Their kicking game's been really good. The whole game. That last punt before that, they had a bad punt, but once again, getting back into a good kicking game. And that's actually been a big story here. Is Juab back starting at the 12-yard line.
So the Juab Wasp offense comes up to the line. Easton Wright at quarterback. He has I formation in the backfield. Wright takes the snap, hands it off to Agard, or White up the middle, and he gets across the 15-yard line for a couple of yards. And that is all. Helped up after the tackle is made is Joey Agard. The tackle was made by Dallas Rowley, the 5'8", 137-pound senior who has 27 tackles on the year.
Yeah, that's just what Juab wants. He'll take a 4-yard rush, a first down every time, because that's the ball control that they want to do.
Again, offset eye for Juab. On this 2nd down and 6, handoff goes to the fullback. Max Gurney gets across the 15 to the 17-yard line, gets close to the 20-yard line as he gets to the 19.5 for a 3rd down and short for the Juab Wasps.
It looks like Chase Trussell, the 206-pound senior from Morgan, did a great job of getting in there and stuffing that hole. He picked up a couple yards, but could have been worse. A really nice tackle by Trussell.
So the Wasps now at their own 19.5-yard line, 3rd and 3. Easton Wright under center. One back behind him, double wing back, and 2 in tight wide receivers. There's a quick pass to the far side, and he overshoots. Another one of those easy passes for Easton Wright. He throws it incomplete, and a punting situation for the Juab Wasps. He can't make the easy short passes, but you get him throwing a hard pass downfield, and he's right on the money.
It's real interesting. I don't know what else to say, because that should have been an easy completion, an easy first down, and wasn't even close. But, those hard passes, he's right on the money.
So the Juab Wasps will punt it away. And back to punt is Max Gurney at his own 6-yard line. There's the snap. Gets a good snap. Max is going to boot it away, angles it away from the return men. There's going to be a fair catch called for, and it's going to be caught at the 43-yard line. So excellent field position for the Morgan Trojans as the Juab Wasps really kill themselves on that drive with the incomplete passes. With 5:06 left in the 3rd quarter, it's Morgan 20, Juab 18 here in this 3A state semifinal game from Weber State University's Stewart Stadium. Of course, Weber State in the Big Sky Conference having a great year this year in college football. They've had some big wins on the season. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Right now, it's the Morgan Trojans at their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10 on the far hash, going from left to right. And we'll see if the Juab defense can come up big or if the Morgan offense comes alive here. We haven't heard much from their star receiver, Tyson Hurd. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Back to pass to Stevens, has protection, pumps, fires it out on the screen pass to the near side, and he overshoots his back out of the backfield for an incomplete pass.
Yeah, you're not going to see that often. Stevens just a fine quarterback, but he did overshoot him that time. And, you're sitting here just waiting for that big play from Morgan to happen. Every play, you just think this is going to be it. But Juab's doing a great job there. They're, keeping it in front of them.
So second down and 10 for the Morgan Trojans. Two wide receivers to the near side. One to the far side, going from left to right on your TV screen and your radio dial. Trojans in the pistol with Jakob Stephens, their quarterback. Drops back to throw. Fires it across the middle. It's going to be caught going back and making the catch for a short 3-yard gain at the 47-yard line is going to be Tyson Hurd.
Yeah, Juab will take that 3 yards. You know, they had him one-on-one, but he had to go down on his knee to catch it. Of course, high school, knee touches, it's over whether they're touched by the opposing player or not. So, once again, another big third down play for both teams. Morgan needs it, and Juab needs to stop.
Third down and 6 for the Morgan Trojans. They'll send out Hurd to the left side as a wide receiver. Two more coming to the near side. One of those is Jake Runkles in the shotgun. Back to throw. 3-step drop, throws off the right side. It's going to be caught at the first down marker at the 45-yard line. A fantastic catch right there by Hurd.
Yeah, a great play. Stephens put it right on the money. Hurd knew what he needed to do. He got just past the first down marker, turned and got the ball, and made a big first down for Morgan. They need to get a little bit of offensive momentum going.
So the Trojans first and 10 at the Juab 45-yard line, in between the hash marks. Three wide receivers right, one on the left. In the pistol, now setting up Miller to the right side. They may go to the run here. We'll see. There's a handoff to Miller. Miller's going to run. He's going to break a tackle. He gets hit at the 41-yard line for a pickup of a good 4 yards, then gets on his feet again as he gets loose and gets a first down at the Juab 33-yard line.
Looked like Juab thought they had him down, and Miller did a great job of not letting his knee hit, and so he just kept on running.
So the Wasps take him down. He actually rolled all over the tackler, Kate Bowering, never touched the ground and kept on running. So a first and 10 for the Trojans. Another Nephi Federal Credit Union first down. Handoff to Miller going to the far side. He is going to get some yardage to the 30-yard line. Flag on the play. Back on the holding area on the Trojans. We'll wait and see what the call is here.
Yeah, about have to be a hold where that was thrown. I didn't see it, but the way that play developed, it's hard to see it anything else. The difference is from what I can tell, is Morgan does have more ability to overcome a hold like that. They got that big play ability a little more than what you see Juab having. It hurts. I mean, that's a 10-yard penalty when they're moving the ball, so a big break for Juab. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. But Morgan does have the ability with Stephens throwing that ball to those receivers he has.
So they need to get down to the Juab 24 for a first down. Right now they have it at the 45 of Juab, so a second and 21, or first and 21 for the Morgan Trojans. Pistol formation. Two wide receivers left, one on the right. Stephens going to pass one out to the near side behind his receiver, incomplete between the numbers and the near hash.
That was a little miscommunication right there. 23, is that 23?
Yes.
Who was that? Jack Cameron, the sophomore, come in, and he was just in the wrong place. Stephens put the ball where he wanted. Thought Cameron would be there, and he wasn't.
So in the backfield now for the Morgan Trojans is Porter Giles, the 5'11", 157-pound sophomore. In the shotgun is Stephens with four wide receivers. Second and 21 from the Juab 45-yard line. He's going to pass one deep over the right side, looking for his receiver. It's going to be incomplete. At the Juab 15, and a flag thrown on the play. Wow, a tough call, as that was intended for Talon Pollard. And the flag is going to be on Alex White. And another big penalty call on the Juab Wasps may give the Morgan Trojans a first and 10 when they would have had a third and 21.
Yeah, I don't understand some of these calls. They're almost like Hail Mary passes. It's giving both players the opportunity to go catch the ball, and they're calling the pass interference on Juab.
And they do call the pass interference on Juab. That is going to be a first down, or maybe it's going to be a third down and 5 yards. There's the long pass down the field. Alex White is chasing the back, and he does put his hands on him and gets the flag thrown.
Yeah, that was actually a good call. Take it all back. His arm come and pulled his down just before the ball got there, so that was a correct call.
So it's going to be a third down and about 8 yards to go. 3rd and 7 for the Morgan Trojans at the Juab 30. There's a pass over the right side. It's going to be incomplete. Hit just after he throws, and that's going to be a 4th down for the Morgan Trojans. But this is the part of the field where they just go for it.
Yeah, there's no need to do anything else. They do have a great kicker. I mean, they do have a chance to boot this through, but I'd certainly think they'd go for it on 4th down. they're coming off. I think they're going to try to kick a field goal.
Well, they have the leg in their kicker. We saw him earlier in the game. This would be about a 45, 46-yard attempt from where they are on the field. They're on the far hash. And we'll see what they decide to do here. They have the play clock down to 6, so they better hurry whatever they're going to do. They're going to run the play. And they have 1 second, and they get it off just in time. Running up the middle is going to be the back. They didn't get it off in time. The flag flies. Was it illegal motion because they had to rush to get into position to run this play, or did the play clock run out on them? We'll see right now as the white hat is talking to the line judge, and it could be a procedural penalty if the line judge is throwing the flag. And we'll see as they come to walk it off. They don't have a very loud microphone on that official when they put it over the PA system here. Otherwise, we could pick it up for you. But
well, what it will do is they'll put them in 4th down and about 15, and I think they're going to go for it at this point. It's a little far for them to kick, and then, like you said, the punt's probably not going to do a lot for them.
Of course, the Morgan Trojans lead this football game 20-18 with 3:04 left in the third quarter. Juab's inability to put through their extra points or their PATs is the difference in this game thus far. Morgan holds a 2-point lead. And now Morgan with a 3rd down and 12. They got a 3rd and 12 on that. There's the snap, back to pass. He's going to throw one deep over the near side, looking for a receiver. That is incomplete. And now it's 4th down. I thought it was 4th down on the last play.
Yeah, I thought it was too. I guess we were wrong. I guess that's why they wasn't going out to kick.
Well, the down marker even said, I thought 4th down, but it's a 4th down now. 20-18, Juab trails. We appreciate our sponsors of this broadcast: Central Valley Medical Center, Centricom High-Speed Internet, Carwise Auto Sales, Smithfield Foods, Zions Bank, and as well as Intermountain Power Service Corporation, National Vinyl Products, and Materion Natural Resources. Right now, the Morgan Trojans 4th down and 12 at the Juab 35-yard line. On the far hash, going from left to right, 2 wide receivers left, 1 on the right. Stevens in the gun, and now a flag flies as this is a delay of game. As there's zeros on the clock, on the play clock. And that's on the quarterback.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion out there, right? A lot of confusion in here right now. I'm having a hard time seeing what they're doing, but I think that puts them now into a punting situation. So some big breaks for Juab right there is, some of that confusion they've held, and Dylan Petty will be back to punt again for Juab. 222-pound punter right there.
And Juab expecting a fake here, and they're not even going to put someone back to receive the punt. So they're just going to kick it out of bounds. That one should be somewhere around the 20-yard line, but they're going to mark it all the way down to the 10. Now they're going to walk it off as that kick did go out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 17-yard line. Not a bad spot there, the way he kicked it, so good job by the officiating crew, who's done a fantastic job in this game. There haven't been a lot of calls. It's always putting the official in a position to make a call when you have these type of pass plays all the time in this game, and they've done a good job for the most part. There have been a couple of calls that could have gone either way, but all in all, they've done a pretty decent job in this game.
Yeah, I haven't call I questioned. They were right. I hate to admit it when I'm wrong, but I was wrong. It was a good call, and that's one of the things that long pass does. Not only does it spread the field, but it's such an opportunity for a pass interference to be called too.
Juab 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Easton Wright in the gun. Takes the snap. Little play action. Looking downfield. He's going to throw one to the near side. It's going to be incomplete. Good pressure by the Morgan defense. They were all over that play.
Yeah, they saw it. They saw a screen pass right there all the way. And Juab, in a lot of ways, was very lucky that didn't get picked off, because he just kind of threw it up into the group of guys right there. And Morgan had a better chance at it than Juab did.
Those are the passes that the young quarterback would just tuck under and maybe run to the other side and not put that up there for a possible pick six. As we've already had one of those in this football game. 20-18, Juab trailing Morgan. 2:48 left in the third quarter. Under center is Easton Wright. Takes the snap, hands it off to the dime back up the middle. Nice little hole to the 25-yard line, close to a first down. He is very close on the run for that fine run. And now does the ball pop out?
I just see a flag, and I think we're going to have an unsportsmanlike on Juab's, a little extra activity after, and that's really going to put Juab in a hole.
Well, we'll wait and see here what the officials call. We have that play that was in the end zone on the two-point conversion pass complete to Alex White, that he was drilled by the Morgan defensive back, and then the defensive back was taunting him after that hit. No flag on that play. We'd like to see the instant replay on this one, see if it was a similar type of play on this. Right now, the officials having a conference. While they do, we'll take a look at our Lumber Plus hit of the game. Lumber Plus True Value. Behind every project is a true value. We've had some big hits in this game, Cam. Some of them have been legal, some of them have been penalized, but there's been some good hits in this game. Here's the call.
Yeah, it's
offsetting personal fouls. So that negates the play and makes it a third down.
Yeah, so that's actually a break there for
Morgan.
As it was a really nice running play for Juab, getting out close to first down territory.
So it's a third down. Where are they going to place the ball is the question. Does it go back to the line of scrimmage? I thought it should, but they have the down marker at the 26-yard line. And that is just a yard away for the first down.
Is it because it was after the play?
It must have been after the play because that's where he ended up, was the 26-yard line.
Yeah, so it was just all that did was wasted a bunch of time. Get us home later. That's what those flags did.
Third and short, Easton Wright with I formation. Hands it off to the tailback. He's going to power forward over the right side and get the first down. A nice run by the Juab Wasp. Fullback went left, the tailback went right, and Joey Agard gets the first down.
Yeah, just barely. Great job there by Morgan. They stayed home and came really close to stopping him, but Joey Agard just followed a couple blockers and got just enough to move the chains.
Juab trailing by 2, 20-18 with 2:07 left in the third quarter. This game really taking a lot of time. As we started late, of course, the 1A game kind of dragged on in that 38-20 blowout win for Milford. There's Easton Wright rolling to his left side on this 1st and 10, throws back to the other side, throws it up for grabs, and it sails out of bounds incomplete. I'm not sure what was going on there, but that was a dangerous pass again.
Well, it was just a good thing he had enough on it to get out of bounds because he had two Morgan Trojans on there and one Wasp out there, but he got it far enough that it was no harm, no foul, bringing up a 2nd down and 10.
Well, he wears number 12, but he doesn't quite have the arm of number 12 on the New England Patriots. But he has made some good passes in this game. He's been off this game as well, which has really hurt his team. But Eastern Wright's done a fine job as he stepped in as quarterback when they needed a quarterback at the start of the season. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. One back in the backfield, handoff to that, back up the middle, breaking through. He's to the 35-yard line, right along the hash mark, to the 40-yard line, close to another Nephi Federal Credit Union first down.
Yeah, Joey Agard right there. Being patient, his line comes in, and that was Dylan White right there. Does a great job of leading for him, and he goes through and picks up a first down.
Did you see
moving the marks again?
Sorry to interrupt you. Did you see the block by Jackson Shook? What a block he had later downfield that broke him for another couple yards for that first down. So at the 38-yard line on the far hash, the Juab Wasp moving the football with 1:28 left here in the third quarter, trailing Morgan by 2 in this 3A state semifinal game from Stewart Stadium at Weber State University. Mike Trena and Kurt Allred with you. Right now, one back behind him, double wing back, Eastern Wright, back to pass, throws to the far side. It's going to be caught at the 45-yard line, right along the sideline, and tackled after an 8-yard pickup on that far side. McCrae Stevens, who has a touchdown catch in this game as well.
Yeah, right on the money. Easton takes 3 steps back, and if you watch the replay, you notice he sets his feet. I think that's a big thing with Easton. When he sets his feet, he's pretty good, but he gets a little happy feet, and he's just going to get better and better.
Wasp hand off to Alex White, going to the far side. Lead blockers in front of him, has the first down to the 50-yard line, and then out of bounds at about the Morgan 46-yard line. Good run that time, and now Juab starting to take control of this game, offensively at least. Their defense has played very well, too, here in the second half.
Yeah, Darrington and Mangleson does a good job of getting out there and making blocks, and then Tucker Memmott come in and did a really nice job of blocking there to help Alex White pick up the first down.
1st and 10, handoff again, goes up the middle for one of the running backs. I believe it's Agard, and that's going to be a couple yards on the pickup as Joey gets to about the 44-yard line of Morgan, a pickup of 3. So Juab's offensive line is really doing the job right now.
Yeah, and that's one of their strengths right there. They just need to keep on following. What Juab wants to do is just keep moving that ball, keep it in their hands, and out of Morgan's, because Morgan can make that strike in a hurry.
Gage Tishner, McCrae Stevens to the right side as wide receivers. Juab going right to left on your TV screen and your radio dial. Under center with a back behind him. It's going to be a handoff. It's going to be a reverse coming back to the other side. Morgan all over it, though, and tackling him in the backfield. A fantastic defensive play right there by the Morgan Trojans, and that was Hurd, I believe.
I think it was Brandon Sanders, number 24. Brandon Sanders. Great read right there on the reverse.
So great job by Juab to come up with a play, and I think you're right, 24 is the tackler there. Good eyes there, Kurt. Brendan Sanders, the 6'1.5", 169-pound junior, and that ends the third quarter of play on that play. 20-18, the Juab Wasps trail the Morgan Trojans in the 3A state semifinal from Weber State University Stewart Stadium. We'll be back on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
As temperatures become cooler outside, insects will be looking for someplace warmer to live, like inside your home. Spiders, ants, earwigs, and other bugs will take refuge in your kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, and even closets. To protect your home, call EcoLife for a professional pest control barrier. EcoLife applies a smell-free, safe-for-the-environment product to ensure you and your family are bug-free. All services are guaranteed. To schedule EcoLife to rid your home of bugs, call 283-6002. EcoLife is a proud supporter of Central Utah High School sports.
Welcome back once again. Mike Trina, Kurt Allred along with you. Barrett Hilton in the truck and helping out Dale down there as they're doing a fantastic job on TV and internet with our scenes. And we're here, of course, at Weber State University. Morgan taking on Juab in the 3A state semifinal, fourth quarter time. We're in the fourth quarter. Juab with the ball. They have the ball at the Morgan, or their own 48-yard line. Easton Wright back to pass. He's in trouble. He is sacked on the play. Oh, the Morgan Trojans get in there on a sack, and again, it's the big number 77, Jamison Burriston.
Well, the Morgan come in and put him in a 3rd and long. Knew he had a long pass to make to get to first down, so they brought the house at him and just blew past the offensive line. Didn't give Easton a chance. Great job there by, a big 77 who's Burriston, goes 265 pounds, only a sophomore.
So 4th down and 20 for the Juab Wasps as they're not able to drive the ball down to get a first down. And they'll be punting off to the Morgan Trojans, who have a 2-point lead by virtue of Juab's inability to make extra points. There's the snap. Gurney's going to boot it away. It's going to be a fair catch called for and fielded back at the 17-yard line, right between the hash marks. And that is fielded by number 32 for the Morgan Trojans. That is Trevor Jarrett, the 5'9", 157-pound sophomore. So now put it on the backs of your defense again. Morgan in the driver's seat because they lead by 2 here in the fourth quarter. Boy, Kurt, if they put together a drive as they're able to, Morgan can run a lot of precious time off the clock for Juab, even though there's 11-12 left in the game.
Yeah, be big for them. They can go down and score and put them up two scores, but boy, give Juab defense a lot of credit this half. And they've held strong.
That they have. Stephens is in the backfield in the shotgun, pistol formation with a back behind him. He is ready to go, takes the snap, looking across the near side, passes, knocked down. Great timing by the defensive back on the play as he broke it up. McCray Stephens knocks that pass from Tyson Hurd.
And McCray Stephens having a good game. It kind of seems like they think they're going to pick on him. He's had that one PI call, but he's really had a good game.
Incomplete pass brings up a 2nd down and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Juab Wasps trailing by 2 points, 20-18 here in the fourth quarter with 11:08 left. Morgan with the football. 2 wide receivers, making 3 go to the right now and 1 to the left. In the gun is Stephens. Ready to go. He takes the snap. He fires to the far side looking for a receiver. Caught there at the 21-yard line, and the tackle is made. A nice 6 or 7 yard pickup on the pass play that time as he found his wide receiver yet again. That was number 8 with the catch, Cass Giles.
Well, Giles not only made the catch, but he did a great job of keeping his feet knowing he was going down and stretching up to pick up a couple extra yards.
Kate Bowering on the tackle for the Juab Wasps. Brings up a 3rd down and 3 for the Morgan Trojans as they try to get a first down here and keep that clock moving. They lead by 2 points. 2 wide receivers coming to the near side. Hurd one of those. In the pistol formation with Miller behind him. Bridger Miller, the running back. Set to go. There's the snap. Back to throw again. He's going to fire across the middle. This time it's going to be caught for a first down. Right along the hash marks on the far side to the 35-yard line. And the pass is complete to number 2, Jake Runkles.
That's hard to defend. You got to respect Morgan's ability to go downfield. You need 2 yards. You come off the receiver, and they just do a great job of slanting that and picking up what really made it look like an easy first down.
Pistol formation again. Hand off to Bridger Miller. He's coming to the near side. He's got room. He's to the 40. He's to the 45. Along the sideline. Dances his feet to stay in bounds and then gets to the 48-yard line for another Morgan Trojan first down. And here we go. Like we said earlier, if they're able to pick up first downs and drive the ball down, the time clicks off the clock, and they also have a chance to score.
Miller looked like he could get stopped, and Adam Buck, number 22, just came up and made a beautiful block to get him around that corner.
So the Trojans in the pistol formation, split wide receivers. Stephens going to run to the other side, hands it off on a counter play, and then Juab right there to make the tackle. Fantastic job by Max Gurney as he wraps up the running back by the ankles and takes him down.
Yeah, Gurney just stayed home where a lot of receivers might have tried to go underneath thinking they were going out around the end. Gurney stayed home, and they just come right back into him and made a great tackle.
Joey Agard there as well as we look at our Centricom Channel 10 instant replay. 9:33 left in the football game. Morgan 20, Juab 18. Trojans second down and 18 from their own 46-yard line. In the shotgun with two wide receivers right, one left is Stephens. Stephens looks right, fires, passes, knocked down. What a great defensive play. Getting back there was big number 50, Talon Mengelson, and he knocked that pass incomplete.
Yeah, he just blew past Morgan's line. Did what an offensive lineman's supposed to do when they're getting ready to throw, is get his hands up in the air. He batted up pretty high. He almost had the chance to come down and pick that off as it's on the ground, but big play. Seems like we've been saying this for quite a while, but this is a big third down play for both teams.
Talon Mengelson, 22 tackles and a sack on the year. I think those stats are a little unpadded because I don't think they've reported all of them. Third down and 12 for the Morgan Trojans at their own 46-yard line. Four wide receivers, two to each side, in the gun again. Wide receiver in motion, near side, far side. Back to pass, throwing deep down the near sideline to Hurd. Hurd makes the catch. He's at the 20-yard line, to the 15, to the 10. Touchdown, Morgan. There's the touchdown they needed to take the big lead over Juab, and they just did it right there.
You just knew it was going to happen. You figured it was a matter of time. It was good defense by McCray Stephens. He was on him. It was a better throw and a better play by Hurd as he just come and got the ball and scored a big touchdown.
So a third down and a long turns into a long touchdown pass. Another big play by the Morgan Trojans as he catches it at the 21-yard line and races in for the touchdown as Morgan takes a 26-18 lead. They will go for the extra point. Dominguez in there for the extra point. There's the snap, or check that, there's the kick, and it is up, and it is good by Flitton. And the Morgan Trojans have taken a 27-18 lead over the Juab Wasps, and the inability of the Wasps to get extra points has put them into a 2-score deficit now, as they cannot score 9 points. They would be 1 point shy with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. We'll send it back to the studios for a timeout here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
My name is Dr. Joel Holman. I'm an orthopedic surgeon here at Central Valley Medical Center. Specialize in general orthopedics, which includes sports injuries, total joint replacements, shoulder, hip, and knee. And I'm the only hand surgeon from Provo to St. George. One of the things that I like is that I'm able to take care of people that I've known for most of my life in this area, which I have a fondness for. We treat all orthopedic extremity conditions here at Central Valley Medical Center. We've got a great team, clinic staff, hospital staff, operating crew, and physical therapy services.
Welcome back once again. Mike Trina and Kurt Allred with you. The Morgan Trojans come up with a big touchdown pass, and they take the lead, or they extend their lead from 2 to 9, 27-18. Now the Juab Wasps in a world of hurt here as Morgan is taking control of the football game again. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to be a short kickoff, going to be fielded at the 13-yard line, dropped by Cade Bowering, picked up. He'll race it up the middle and power his way across the 30 between the hash marks to about the 31-yard line. So now Juab is in a hole here, and their quarterback, of course, has had a problem putting the ball on the money at times, but he's made some big passes on the money, and it's too much Jekyll and Hyde for a game of this magnitude in the state semifinals. You got to have a little better performance that way on the passing.
Yeah, it'll come. Young, inexperienced, it's coming, and they just got to stick to what they do. There's plenty of time. Make those passes, hit the runs, control the line.
Here's Easton Wright, throws it, and Drill is the running back on the screen play. Morgan's got a lot of momentum here, and that's an incomplete pass.
I think one of the worst parts is Easton has a tendency to put the ball a little high, and it hangs his receivers out sometimes. Right there, and then I think they're getting a little bit of gun shy because they're getting hit pretty hard stretching for the ball.
So the Trojans lead 27-18, looking to make it into the state championship game against either Summit Academy or Juan Diego. There's the snap to Easton Wright, hands it off to his running back. He is met and stopped by the Morgan defense. Again, Burriston in there on the tackle. Also helping out for the Morgan Trojans was Connor Watkins, the 5'9", 164-pound sophomore. So to the 34-yard line, 3rd down and 7 for Juab. They got to score twice in this fourth quarter to come back. There's a quick pass to the far side, caught there, making a nice move to the 40-yard line and near the first down marker, but shy at the 40-yard line is going to be Alex White.
Yeah, Alex is going to be a yard shy, and I would suspect Coach Barron will go for it as Easton Wright comes back in.
So the Wasps with a 4th down and 1 at their own 40-yard line. If Morgan stops this, I might say that could be the ball game here if Morgan's able to get the ball back. Juab needs a 1st down here. 4th down and 1. Easton Wright gets the Trojans to jump, and there's the flag. And a 1st down for the Juab Wasps.
You know, what's amazing about that is getting them to do that off the hurry-up offense. You know, they come in and they got set, quick, and so in your mind you think they're going to go for it, and Easton Wright did a great job of getting them to pull offside and getting that 1st down. Usually it's something they talk about, for him to come and do it that quick was a great job.
So the Juab Wasps keep the drive alive with 8:06 left in the fourth quarter between the hash marks. More nears the far hash. Tight formation. There's the handoff. Coming to the near side is the Juab running back. Makes a move. It's Alex White to the 50-yard line. Picks up 5 yards. And tackled there again. For a big guy, Burriston gets around nicely.
Yeah, that's all Alex had to do is beat Burriston. 265-pound sophomore. Burriston comes through and makes a great tackle because Alex Wright would have been to the end zone if it wouldn't have been for Burriston, coming up with that.
2 wide receivers left, 2 on the right. There's the handoff to Tucker Mehmet. Mehmet's going to, he gets hammered as he's flipped head over heels at the 50-yard line. No gain on the play on the big hit there by the Morgan Trojan defender, and Mehmet goes off the field a little woozy after that hit.
Yeah, Jay Carroll can come in and just rocked him. That's textbook tackle right there. Goes down low, gets the legs, and flips him over. Great play by Morgan.
So now 3rd down and 5 for the Juab offense. Do the boys from Nephi have it in them to get over the hump and get to the next level into that state championship game? But they have 9 points in 7 minutes 4 seconds to do it in to catch the Morgan Trojans. Easton Wright cleared out backfield, pumps, he's in trouble. He's going to get sacked on the play by the Morgan defense as they have taken control of this game, folks. Wow. Back at the 41-yard line.
Well, Morgan's just smart. They bring pressure. They know that a young quarterback, and they bring pressure and put it on him, and that's big because the just don't seem to have the long ball ability right now, and that's what they're going to need to come out, get back in this ball game. 6.5 minutes left, down 9.
4th down and 13 for the Juab Wasps. They're at their own 42-yard line, taking a lot of time right now as they only have 6 seconds to get to the line and punt this one away. It's down to 3, and Juab probably going to just take the penalty here. They will. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty on the Juab Wasps as they'll punt it away with 6:09 left in the game, trailing Morgan 27-18. Boy, you get to looking back at this game, Kurt, you look how Juab was down 20-0 in this game. They used a lot of momentum, a lot of energy just to get back into this game. They scored 18 points to make it 20-18, but then it's almost like you get to the top of the plateau and you kind of say, we got there. And here comes Morgan, and they come back and score a couple times here. Well, one time to make it a 9-point game. There's the kick away on the punt. And it's going to roll past the 20-yard line. It's going to go all the way down to the 15-yard line, inside the 15, and it's going to die at about the 13-yard line. So it'll be up to the Juab defense to get the ball back as we have 5 minutes and 53 seconds left of the football game, and Morgan leads Juab 27-18 in the state semifinal.
You see that a lot in sports, Mike. They just expend so much energy digging out of that deep hole that, once they get there, that they've just lost it. Juab, they basically need a 3-and-out. They've got to come in and stop Morgan to have a chance at this, where they need 2 touchdowns.
If Morgan is able to get a 1st down here and keep the chains moving, the time running, it's going to be it for the Juab Wasps. But again, you got to watch out for the big play. They're known for big plays and moments like this in the game too. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Bridger Miller. Bridger's going to get to the 13-yard line, maybe a 1-yard gain, and that is all. Joey Agard helping out on the tackle for Juab.
Yeah, and then they need a break. If they could stop them here, have them punting from deep and get some kind of break is what Juab needs to be able to come up with. They haven't had a turnover. Morgan's did an excellent job of taking care of the ball this football game. No, it's not been on the ground. It's just a super job by Morgan.
So it's a second down and 8 to go for the Morgan Trojans. Long 8, short 9. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Miller up the middle. Miller's going to break free. He's going to get to the 20-yard line and close to a first down. About a yard or two shy is all. That's going to bring up a third down and short with 5 minutes, 6 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, that's just desire by Miller there. Looked like he would get stopped after about a yard gain, and he just keeps working, doesn't give up. And Juab's tackling a little higher, not wrapping up down low, and it gives them a 3rd and 2. So I probably said this again. Here's a big third down.
Talon Mangelson on the tackle there as precious time ticking off the clock on the Juab Wasp season. As we're in the fourth quarter with 4:39 left. Juab trailing Morgan 27-18 in the pistol formation. Stephens hands it off to Miller up the middle again. First down run to the 25-yard line, to the 30-yard line. Still on his feet to the 37 and to the 40-yard line he rumbles. And there's a big play by the Morgan Trojans as Miller gets the first down to the 40. And the life seems to be sucking right out of the Juab Wasps.
Yeah, but seems like Miller sucking the life out of the Juab Wasps. He's just a shifty, quick and shifty, makes Juab miss tackles and picks up a big first down for Morgan.
Well, Morgan has come into this game and shown that 3A North isn't as patsy as a lot of folks have said in the state, as they have taken care of Juab Wasps. The Juab Wasps, one of the toughest teams in the 3A South. Of course, you got Juan Diego and Summit Academy battling tomorrow in that semifinal. That will make it to the championship game. That should be a dandy. There's the handoff up the middle. Another 3, 4, maybe 5 yards on the carry by Miller as he gets to the 45-yard line.
Well, anybody that called them patsies really didn't know what they were talking about anyway. Grantsville came in last week and gave Juan Diego all they wanted. You got some good teams sitting here in the South, but just didn't give quite enough credit.
Yeah, definitely not. Ready to go in the shotgun is Jakob Stephens. Stephens has had a fantastic game. He's thrown the ball very well in this football game. 3:26 between him and the state championship game next week. There's a pass near side, and I'm not sure that's what you want to do on Juab right now, is stop the clock with an incomplete pass, but that's exactly what it does with a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that's a small break for Juab right there. Stops it with 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and now it kind of puts them in a passing down if they want to go for a first down, through the air. So kind of surprised to see that play call. I thought they'd put it on the ground with Miller, the way Miller's been running, and even if you don't pick up the yards for the first down, it keeps that clock moving.
27-18, Morgan with the lead. 3rd down and 5 from their own 45-yard line with 3:21 left. And they tried to get the Wasps to jump off sides, and then they called a timeout. And we'll take one as well. The Morgan Trojans looking to make their way into the state championship game next week against Juan Diego or Summit Academy. We'll be back after this timeout on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
You've heard for years that Gunnison Market is your hometown grocer. Now Gunnison Market offers you a hometown pharmacist. Come experience friendly hometown service from Sean Sorensen at Gunnison Market Pharmacy. Sean grew up in Gunnison and offers competitive prices, expert advice, and convenient hours, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Explore the loyalty card benefits, which gives you a free gift card for every 10 prescriptions filled. Call 528-7555 or visit Gunnison Market Pharmacy.
We're back once again on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. The Morgan Trojans leading the Juab Wasps 27-18 with 3:21 left. A key 3rd down and 5 for Morgan at their own 45-yard line as Juab is looking to get the ball back. They need to score twice, though. They'd have to get in for a touchdown and an all-important 2-point conversion, or at least an extra point, because they have to score twice anyway. Juab has not been able to convert on their extra points in this football game. There's the snap. Back to pass to Stephens. Pumps, throws one deep downfield, looking for his receiver. It's going to be caught at the 30-yard line. Is it intercepted? No, they're going to say it's caught. Both the receiver and the defensive back had the ball, but they're going to give it to the wide receiver. But coming up with it was Cade Bowering.
Yeah, Bowering had it when they come up. They're giving it to Morgan.
That's an instant replay we'd love to see on this play. Mike Bowering is so frustrated. He's out on the field. His headset is on the ground. rolling, and he is just irate at the official as that ball was pulled away by the Juab Wasp defender, and they give the completion to the Morgan Trojans. Let's watch the replay here. As going back, the pass is Stephens throws it downfield. Cade Bowering and the receiver come up with the ball, and let's see what it is. They're fighting for it, still fighting for it. If it's a tie,
it's a catch by Morgan.
It's Morgan football.
That's the correct call again. They both come down with it, and the offense gets it if they both have it. Am I not right?
It's correct. If it's a joint possession, it goes to the offensive player, and that is a first down, and that flag is going to go on Coach Bowering. And of course, he doesn't have the virtue of instant replay, so in his mind, his player came up with a pick, and the offensive player was trying to get it back, and they gave him the catch. But nonetheless, it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Morgan Trojans, and that is the play that just won the game for the Morgan Trojans.
Yeah, that's over. And that's, Morgan just with their big playability did it again, and it was good defense. Bowering had great defense, but Morgan just did a little better. And Bowering got his second unsportsmanlike there. As he kept arguing, so it goes a half the distance now to put it 1st and 10 at the 12.
So at the 12-yard line, it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Morgan Trojans. And a touchdown here would definitely ice it, if not already iced it. Is 3:13 left in the game, 27-18, Trojans with the lead. As it looks like Kobe Christiansen's team is headed to the state championship. We've got a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. The Morgan Trojans looking to knock on the door and score again here in Stewart Stadium at Weber State University. We'll be back right after this.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting the company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
Welcome back once again. Mike Trena and Kurt Allred with you. We appreciate you joining us for our coverage here of the 1A and 3A state semifinals. We had 2 1As earlier today. It was Duchesne beating Parowan 27-14, and then we saw Kanab lose to Milford by a score of 38-20. So Milford plays Duchesne for the state title game at 1:30 next week at Southern Utah University. Morgan looking to punch their ticket into the championship game as they're about ready to beat the Juab Wasps here at Stewart Stadium. They will face either Summit Academy or Juan Diego, who play tomorrow after the 2A semifinals at 5 o'clock. But boy, what a game. Morgan has just made more of the big plays in this game to win the football game than Juab has. And right now, there's the quarterback handing it off. Going to be to the outside to Miller. Bridget Miller in for the 1-yard line. It looks like he's down at the 1. And maybe 2-yard line is where he went out of bounds, but a nice run there of about 10 yards.
Yeah, Miller's had a fine game there. Just very, very impressed with this Morgan team. They come out and they won the ball game. They played, almost flawless ball. They had a couple penalties, but other than that, they played a great ball game.
Yeah, they did. They come up to the 2-yard line. They could get a first down. It's 2nd down in inches. And then under center is going to be the quarterback, Stephens. Stephens is going to hand it off to his running back over to the left side. Powering his way forward is Miller. Miller, touchdown! He fights his way in, and that's what the Trojans have been doing all game long. They've been fighting and fighting and fighting, not going down, not giving up on the play, and getting in for the touchdown again is the Morgan running back. And was that
Porter Giles?
Porter Giles this time, but each one of the backs, look, he's hit there, he's tackled, powers his way forward, stays on his feet, gets hit again, and then pulls away into the end zone.
Well, on that play there, Juab was trying to strip the ball. They needed a strip worse than anything, so
there's the extra point try on its way, and this one by Flinton is good. The Morgan Trojans lead the Juab Wasps 34-18 with 3:01 left in the football game. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
All around Around Dental Care next to Mount Nebo Market in Nephi can help perfect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free preventative care for the entire family, free ortho consultations with braces as low as $98 a month, and convenient appointment times. All Around Dental Care accepts all insurances and even offers an in-house discount plan. And right now they're offering free whitening trays with every healthy smile. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in to All Around Dental Care. Everything to do with smiles. Call 623-0866.
We're back once again here on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. The Juab Wasps here on Classy FM and on Centricom Channel 10, losing right now to the Morgan Trojans 34-18. Kobe Christiansen's team has done a fantastic job in this football game. Hats off to the young boys from Morgan High School as they're going to make it to the state championship game. They'll have a tough row to hoe, though, as they take on either Juan Diego or Summit Academy, who play tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And, of course, Morgan almost playing in their backyard here as they're just right down the road on Highway 84.
Yeah, they're probably, 20 minutes away? Somewhere right there. So, yeah, it's right there. And
here's the kickoff by Flinton with 3:01 left in the football game. A little squib kick. Angles it to the sideline, and that's going to take a bounce. And it could be fielded by Morgan, and they could take the ball, but it goes out of bounds. So, Juab football.
That was awfully close. Morgan almost got down there and got that ball. So,
Juab just watching it bounce and
hoping it goes out of bounds.
But it stayed inbounds for a bounce or two, and then right along the sideline, almost getting there, was the man on the far side. What a great run. But the Juab Wasps now will have the football. First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line. They trail 34-16, or 34-18, a 16-point deficit. They need 2 touchdowns with 2 two-point conversions. Not impossible, but highly unlikely. And we'll see with the Wasps here if they can come up with a miracle.
Yeah, not impossible, but improbable.
So now
you have to test Easton out. He's just got to go. He's got to go downfield.
So at the 24-yard line, last hope for the Juab Wasps. 2 wide receivers, making 3 on the right, 1 on the left. In the gun is Easton Wright. Right back to pass. He's in trouble. There's a hold, but they let it go, and now running it and now throwing it is past the line of scrimmage, I thought, too, but they don't throw the flag there. That's incomplete.
Yeah, it was pretty close, but...
So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 for the Juab Wasps, and again, Max Gurney almost got caught with a hold there. He gets to the 20-yard line, and 23, he threw it just before he crossed. So incomplete pass, so the Juab Wasps now a 2nd down and 10. And, of course, Morgan expecting the big pass play. You can't let it go.
They just go prevent. Put some pressure on the floor and prevent the rest.
Easton Wright throws it out. Going to be caught at the 38-yard line and out of bounds for McCrae Stevens. So a complete pass on the near sideline as Juab stops the clock with 2:49 left here in the football game, trailing 34-18.
Yeah, they just need a few of those. If you can pick up 12 yards at a pop and get it out of bounds, that at least gets you down to a score and a chance at an onside.
And there's a penalty flag on Morgan. Morgan shrugging their shoulders, wondering what the call is or why the call was made, but they're going to add another 15 yards onto the catch.
Must have been a roughing the passer or something where that came at the time that it came. Definitely after the play. So
at the Morgan 47-yard line, Juab moves up into Morgan territory with 2:46 and ticking. The clock is running on that too.
It shouldn't be because it went out of bounds.
They ran it down to 2:45. I'm not sure why they did that. There should be something close to.
They're resetting it.
They're resetting the clock now. Yep. Well, we appreciate all of our sponsors for this broadcast. We'll have our Sunrise Engineering post-game show coming up. Sunrise Engineering, promoting athletic and academic excellence. Visit them at sunrise-eng.com. So they put 24.9 seconds on the clock. I think they're needing to put 2:49 on the clock, and that's what they do. They got it up there now, and 2 wide receivers to each side for the Wasps. 1 in tight as a wingback. There's a quick pass out to the far side. It's going to be a hook and ladder. Pitch over to White, and he gets out of bounds. Only a couple yards on the gain that time.
Yeah, Kerrigan read that. Hook and ladder is kind of hard to do on the far side of the field. It gives them too much time to adjust. If you can pop that on the narrow side, on the short side, you can sometimes break that for a pretty good score, pretty good run.
Pass was complete to Juab's Bradley Brindley, the senior. Now a wide receiver to the right side. Wing back to the right. Double wing back. Back to pass Easton Wright. Throws across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 to go with 2:40 left in the football game.
That play right there is what I was talking about. Juab just seems to be missing. They've made their money the past several years with that little pass with the running back or something over the flat, and they just having a hard time getting it. And
well, the Juab Wasps had the game down 20 to nothing, came back and made it 20 to 18 in the 3rd quarter, and then since that time they've been outscored 34 to 18 now is the score. There's a run to the far side, getting close to the 1st down marker. He may be just a bit shy. We'll see where the mark is here.
And I think he got out of bounds as the clock stopped, so that's an important part there. If he didn't get the 1st down, stop that clock.
Cade Bowering on the carry, following some blockers downfield, and he should be just a yard shy of the 1st down. So a 4th and 1 for the Juab Wasps. Definitely the last play of the game if they can't make it for the 1st down. Well, last play offensively for the game, not of the game, as there's 2 minutes 34 seconds to tick off the clock. Ready to go. There's the snap. Hand off to the tailback, and Agard is hit short, and he may have stretched for the 1st down. I believe he did to the 36.
Yeah, Joey's second effort there got it for him. They hit him a little bit short, but he kept the feet going and picked up the big 1st down. Juab needs to be ready. They got 3 timeouts, want to keep them. As soon as they reset this, they want to go.
High formation behind Easton Wright. Wide receiver to the right side. There's the rollout to the right, looking downfield. He's in trouble. He's going to get sacked. A big defensive play. And guess who? Chase Trussell makes the big play. Now a flag on the play, as injured on the play could be Easton Wright.
I think we might have I don't know if they roughed or they got the flag, intentional grounding, which I thought they was calling until I saw Easton down.
So Easton is on the turf right now at the 45-yard line, kind of flailing around just a bit. He is definitely hurt on that hit. I didn't think it was a bad sack by Chase Trussell, who has 75 tackles, 3 sacks, and 2 interceptions coming into this game. But the flag, as you mentioned, was the intentional grounding, as he just chucked it as he went down, and that may have been how he got hurt, chucking it from behind the back and then falling on his arm possibly.
Yeah, it looked like he rolled on his shoulder is what happened. He came down pretty hard on his shoulder and rolled it under.
Well, we'll take a break here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10 as Chase Trussell makes the sack. 2:17 left in the football game. 34 to 18 our score. The Wasps will lose the down on that play, and it'll be interesting to see where they mark the football as Easton Wright is helped up and off the field. So the ball is marked at the Juab 41-yard line. They would need to get down to the Morgan 26 for a 1st down. So this is a long way to go, plus the penalty on top of it of intentional grounding.
Yeah, they're about 2nd down in Sanpete County on this one. They got a ways to travel. I think it'll be probably Zach Cowan that'll come in for this play. What's Zach, a sophomore quarterback?
So the Juab Wasps now at their own 41-yard line with it's not a loss of down, I guess. Did they decline the penalty, I guess? They must have declined the penalty and took the play. I'm not sure. It's 2nd down and forever. Back to pass, throwing out across the middle. It's going to be knocked down, almost picked off. Nice defensive play that time by Colton Hansen, the 6-foot, 181-pound junior who has 41 tackles on the year.
I thought Zach was trying to get off the sideline and hide so he didn't have to come back in, but Coach Bowering caught him. Right now, just a free-for-all for Morgan. They know they got to go deep, and they're bringing him after him.
Well, that's the best thing that you can do as a defensive lineman is just have one job, and that's to get to the quarterback. Don't worry about the run because they're not going to run it.
Yep. Yeah, as I say, just an open house.
So in the shotgun again, Cowan drops back to pass for the Juab Wasp, throws one out to the far side. It's going to be incomplete, and then hit and drilled on another lumber plus hit of the game is the wide receiver that time. I believe that was number 16, Bradley Brindley. He got hit.
Yeah. Once again, those passes are coming high from Zach to him, and man, it just leaves the receivers, hung out to get welled on.
That was a big hit by Porter Giles, the 5'11", 157-pound sophomore, and now the Wasps down to their last play of the game, at least offensively, with 2:09 left. 4th down from their own 41-yard line. They need to get to the 26-yard line of Morgan, so about 30 yards or more to go. They're going to punt it away instead. There's the snap, flag on the play. Oh, this is a fake punt. It's going to be passed out to Kate Bowering. He's going to get tackled, and he's going to get nailed there for maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain, and that is all. And that'll turn the ball over on downs, unless the penalty happens to be on the Morgan Trojans, which Morgan has played, as you mentioned, pretty much a flawless game. They haven't turned the ball over a lot at all. I don't remember a turnover from Morgan in this game. I think they fumbled it once and recovered it themselves.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember that, but they have. They've had a couple penalties, that were big penalties. But other than that, they just played a great game. They come in and played what Morgan needed to do to win this ball game.
Morgan 34, Juab 18 with 2:01 left, and now it's just a matter of taking the ball, running it a few times, and running the time off the clock for the Morgan Trojans to make it into the state championship game next week at Southern Utah University. Of course, they will play the winner of Summit Academy and Juan Diego Catholic. That'll be at 4 p.m. at Southern Utah University next Saturday for that big game. We've got a couple of 2A matches set up for tomorrow in the semifinals. The big one is the Beaver Beavers taking on the Delta Rabbits. That'll be at 2:30 for the kickoff. 2:10 pregame, barring the first game going long. We'll have that on KSVC AM and FM tomorrow as we have a timeout for the Juab Wasps here. We'll take a break here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10, Morgan 34, Juab 18.
Looking for an affordable car, truck, or SUV? The two guys at CarWise have you covered with vehicles starting as low as $4,000. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory, or come see us in person at 1220 South State Street in Salina. And don't worry if your credit's not the best, we've got you covered there too. Give us a call at 435-287-2277. Shop Wise. Shop CarWise. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory.
We're back once again here on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Mike Trina and Kurt Allred along with you as the Juab Wasps had an opportunity here today, and they just ran into a buzzsaw on the Morgan Trojans, a team that was ready for every play they had. You can tell that this team studied a lot of film on the Juab Wasps, and they did a fantastic job, as their pick six was definitely something they saw on film, something they practiced, and they got 6 points on the defense because of that pick six.
Yeah, they come in ready, and they had come in something to prove. I think Juab probably come in a little overconfident reading the newspapers and what people had to say, and Morgan had something to prove, and they proved it.
So the Juab Wasps on defense, there's the handoff by Morgan to Porter Giles coming to the near side, and he gets a couple yards, maybe 4 on the play, but the wise thing he does, he stays in bounds instead of going out of bounds. Keeps the clock running, and that'll be to the Juab 38-yard line. With 1:35 left in the football game, the Morgan Trojans on the verge of victory here in the state semifinals. Final game of the day. We've had 3 today, both 1A semifinals, and then here's the first 3A semifinal. Ready to go under center. New quarterback in the game. No, it's going to be still Stephens. He hands it off to his running back, comes to the near side, and he's going to be dragged down on a tackle that time. And I believe it was Brindley again, or check that. 16, Bradley Brindley. I was right. For once.
Happens to everybody once in a while, Mike.
Thanks, Kurt.
Hey, but we've been giving Morgan their credit. You also got to talk Juab a little bit. They brought 4 starters back from last year. Started off the season with a loss at home to Delta and had everybody wondering if it was going to be a struggle. So for Juab to come in and play and even get to the semis, was a great job for Juab.
So it's the 3rd down and 1 for the Morgan Trojans at the Juab 33-yard line with 34 seconds left in this football game. Sunrise Engineering post-game show coming up next. There's the handoff up the middle and a first down run inside the 30-yard line for the Trojans. Sunrise Engineering, making the things you do every day better every day. And now they'll have to snap the ball. Well, once they reset it, it should be able to only be snapped one more time. No, they're not going to start it. They did start it. So They may have to snap it one more time, and they will. As they got the first down, they just need to take a knee here. That's exactly what Kobe Christiansen will have his team do, is they do take the knee, and that'll do it for the Juab Wasps. The Morgan Trojans have defeated the Juab Wasps 34-18 in the state 3A semifinal here at Stewart Stadium at Weber State University to advance to the state championship game next week to play the winner of Juan Diego and Summit Academy. That game takes place tomorrow here at Stewart Stadium at 5 p.m. We'll send it back to the studios for a timeout. It's time now for our Sunrise Engineering post-game show. We'll also choose our players of the game. That's all coming up next.